But I'm telling you, I did spend money on mobile games in the past. I admit it. That's how I know how addictive they can be. That's how I know how bad they are for people to get caught in that kind of addictive nature. I remember playing, and there was an event. The Hulk Hogan card was in it, right? It was a legendary old school back in the day 1980s Hulk Hogan card.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Keep spending.
If they ain't 6 stars, I don't wanna.
For now.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Oh, play for 2 more hours. You ran out. Buy more.
Hello.
If it ain't 6 stars,
Keep spending.
if it ain't 6 stars, I don't want it. All these pools, yeah, I'm about to bust.
For now.
Spending all my money on these Hogans like I'm Elon Musk.
Ridiculous amounts of money. I know it was. It was probably hundreds of dollars for this event. I earned the car.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Keep spending.
Hello.
I earned the car.
If they ain't 6 stars, I don't wanna.
Buy more.
I'm him.
Spending all my money on this Hogan.
Oh, play for 2 more hours. You ran out. Buy more.
If it ain't 6 stars,
Keep spending.
if it ain't 6 stars, I don't want it.
I earned the card, right? I'm like proud of myself. Oh my god, I actually earned this card, and wow, it was very hard to do. I'm one of the few people in the game who even earned it. I think it was only like 20 people in the whole game who had the card or whatever. Okay.
Earned it, by the way.
And I can tell you exactly what happened. Immediately after I earned that card,
He earned it, guys.
within 1 week, they announced we're rebooting the game. The card is now going to essentially be way reduced in value.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my O face. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my god, look how big he is. Oh my god. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust.
Based.
Oh man. Bust.
Fucking based.
Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the. I just want the. Give me the monster. I just want the.
Vibrant and robust.
I just want the bust. I just want the. Give me the monster. I just want the. Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust.
Fucking based.
Oh man. Bust.
Fucking based.
Give me the monster. Bust.
Based.
Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust.
Okay, big ups Meerkat as always for the music.
I just want the
Snoit Wave Records.
I just want the bust.
Hello, it's me. I'm here. Guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a few days, like a week, I think. I haven't been here. Big ups for the music, as always. And welcome to the stream. I'll stop wasting your time now. As you all know, DSP went on a crazy... And I wanted to point this out too. This thing right here. It's like age restricted. This dude yelling at his viewer. That one guy who called him cringe. It's age restricted. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, so there's that. You guys know what it is. And then there's he's down 1,500 and goes on another rant about how much he needs money. And then we might watch him play Tekken for a little while, maybe like the last 5 minutes of the video. And then we'll watch the thing from yesterday. this podcast, and I was scrolling through his DSP reacts, and there's a pretty good part here. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but there's this part about adult content in video games, and I'm very curious what he's going to say. And so that's that. Let's get into it. Be advised, toxic content. Hey, yeah, I figured. And yeah.
Based.
I know I'm not the first one to do this. I thought it was funny.
Fucking based.
I did this yesterday. I got DSP saying based.
Fucking based.
Big ups Meerkat apparently, but I didn't know, so
based.
That's pretty based to me. Anyways,
I'm him.
let's go, guys.
Tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code.
Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Go.
I'm 3 hours into Like a Dragon.
It's got the Alan Wake drip going on.
Well, I'm not kidding you. It was 98% cutscenes. In the entire time there, I must have actually controlled Ichiban Kasuga maybe like...
Pay close attention to his chat, too. Pay close attention. Because he says multiple people are saying this. He says, like, his whole chat is saying that he's cringe. They're just like me, But I think it was one guy, so I'm going to be paying close attention.
25 minutes, if that. Like, not even close. I mean, the fights, basically a tutorial right now, haven't even had a serious real fight yet. And I get it, but the truth is that that's not going to resonate with a big audience. I know it. Like, people want action. When you're playing a video game, I want to get right into the action. Show me some combat. Show me some riveting stuff with interesting gameplay mechanics. And literally, you've seen nothing in this game yet, right? On top of that, the game went in this direction, this crazy, I'd say risky narrative direction.
So before he gets into this, that stupid point that he makes right there is really dumb. Because, like, sometimes he thinks that, well, people show up for me, and they like me, so they come watch the streams for me. But then now he blames the game. He blames the game for why people weren't giving him money, or why they weren't watching him, or why they didn't care. And we know it's like he never actually thinks it's him. Like, it's never his fault, obviously. But it's just interesting that he presents both sides whenever it's convenient. When he's making a lot of money, oh, people love me and my streams. When he's not getting any, it's the game's fault. Like, come on, dude.
Where what they're trying to do is reestablish the characters, like what happened to them since the first Like a Dragon game several years ago. But man, this plot, it's funny, but it's depressing. You know, it really is. And I get it. What they're doing is they're trying to set up all the stuff that's going on that makes you now have to go on a second journey, right? If these characters really did have a resolution to everything at the end of the first game, why is their second game to begin with? Well, here's a bunch of crazy crap that's going on, right?
Hey, Yuri.
And it's funny.
Nothing much, man.
It reminds me of like...
Thanks for asking.
Like the story of
Okay, so before we even get into that, he says the story... They went and took a drastic measure, and it's depressing. And we now know that he's gonna say it's like his life. His life is like the game. And he calls it depressing. I thought that was interesting too. Because how is it depressing if it's like your life? Are you saying your life is also depressing? But I thought you love your life. What? How is it depressing, dude?
Job in the
And then Job from the Bible. He hits us with a Job from the Bible. Big ups, dude.
Bible, and I know that you guys probably have
I didn't know Ryan Gosling was a Yakuza.
no idea what I'm talking about. But there's a story of a guy in the Bible who, like, he tries to do everything right.
Also,
in
this
like
fucking guy. We're already
of
starting.
Job in the Bible, and I know that you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
You guys know the little obscure book, the Bible? You guys ever heard of the little obscure book? The book that nobody knows about? The Bible? Yeah, that book. I don't know, dude. It was written like a long time ago. I don't know, dude.
Fucking based. But there's a story of a guy in the Bible who, like, he tries to do everything right in life and basically gets punished for it. Like, no matter what he does, things go wrong for him. And he's like, what the hell? Like, if there is a God, why am I being punished like this? It doesn't make any sense. Why would I be so challenged if I'm doing everything right when I ever get
You are
some peace
challenged.
of mind, some reward, or something nice in my life? Why is everything awful?
Snort.
And that's literally what's happening now to Ichiban. Like, these first 3 hours of this game is like everything starts good, then all of a sudden, awful thing happens, 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 awful thing happens. It's like, what the hell? Like, they're really piling it on. Like, holy crap, man. And then, on top of that, there's just some weird choices they made with the plot, like a romantic twist at the beginning, and then it just gets dropped right on its head again to add to the oh, here's another bad thing that happened in the story. And it's weird, but I get it. It's funny, but it's odd that it's in there.
Why is it odd? Because that's the only time he's gonna mention this romantic plot. Very strange how something to do with romance with a lady is an odd thing, and he feels the need to bring it up, and then never mention it again. It's so weird.
And then
but it's odd.
On top of that, there's a part of this plot, and this is basically a minor spoiler for the plot. This is actually how the game sets up. So I don't feel like telling you guys this on the podcast is a humongous game spoiler, all right? But this is a minor plot spoiler.
Stream wasn't posted in the Discord? Oh, shit.
Spoiler. So if you're interested in playing the game and you want absolutely no spoilers, earmuffs. Right now, go earmuffs like this, okay?
All right.
All right. So the actual way the game begins is that Ichiban loses his job, and his job lies to him and says, oh, it's because the budget is being cut down and we just can't afford as many workers anymore. But then come to find out, all his friends also got laid off from their jobs. It's like, how could we all have been laid off from our jobs at exactly the same time? And come to find out, the reason they were all laid off is because there is an internet slander campaign against them. There's a content creator on YouTube, although they don't call it YouTube, they're just saying it's on the internet, in this game, that actually made a bogus story. They took scenes from things that they had been doing, like take footage of this, take, you know, a picture of that, and say that it was something that it wasn't, misrepresent it as something that it definitely wasn't.
So there's a key distinction here that he conveniently ignores. Of course that he ignores it, or else this whole fucking argument would fall apart. People aren't doing that to create shit, like to fabricate stuff that you say. Like this clip right here, this video is just a clip from your stream. Are you going to turn around today and say that this clip is fabricated, taken out of context? Like, the context is all here. People aren't like creating shit you say. It's just stuff you say. If you get banned from Twitch because of something you said, and then they tell Twitch what you said, they didn't like fabricate it. It's just shit you said. I don't know. That's a very important detail he's leaving out.
Okay, with no real evidence, and there's no way they could have evidence because it's not true, right? But these guys, you know, the cast of Like a Dragon, are just a bunch of ragtag guys. It's not like they have a giant internet presence. It's not like they really have the ability to defend themselves, right? They don't.
And then that too. He's talking about not having the ability to defend yourself. But it's like, you are a streamer. You have the capability to defend yourself. Let's just say the champion's allegations. He can defend himself. If it was me, and you guys fucking accuse me of spending on champions, I would quickly show you my account. Because obviously if I know I didn't do it, then why would I be afraid to show you? Obviously. It's so obvious. So, I don't know. How do you relate to not having the ability to defend yourself? You can defend yourself. You just choose not to.
They don't, you know, what could they do? So, literally because people have slandered them on the internet. This drama stuff. And it was funny because they actually said, so what is it, like a internet tabloid?
Utterly insane.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's literally what a ton of shit is on YouTube right now. A bunch of scummy tabloid people who have absolutely nothing to actually say about anything. So what they do is they literally make shit up. They take things out of context. They show pictures. They'll show video clips. They'll say, hey, this is what this person is, and they're awful, and blah, blah, blah. And it gets them clickbait views, and it gets them popularity.
And also, if you want clickbait views and popularity, I don't think making fun of DSP is the right way to go about it, because he's kind of irrelevant. Like, everybody who does this just kind of does it because it's fun. It's fun to laugh at him because of how ridiculous it is. It's a reality show. But he's not like, I don't know, PewDiePie or Mr. Beast or something. Become a Mr. Beast detractor if you actually want to get views. I don't fucking know. Not this guy. This guy's nothing. He's a nobody. He's nothing.
And then the person who they're basically slamming.
So I hate when he uses that defense of like, people only do it to get money and to get views. Like, no, like that's not, you're not the best option if that's the case.
Is the one who takes the brunt of that and has to live with it somehow. And how do you do that when you're not someone of the stature of the person who's basically punching down at you, right? Well, that's the story of this game. I'm not kidding.
Wait, that's an interesting line too. Hold on.
That when you're not someone of the stature of the person who's basically punching down at you.
So he's that's like what he calls Keemstar. Keemstar punches down at him. Somehow, okay. I guess he's talking about other YouTubers now, not about detractor videos.
Right?
Okay.
Well, that's the story of this game. I'm not kidding. That's literally the story of this game. And so they all lost their jobs because basically the jobs didn't want to have negative rep put against their businesses because these people were working for them, right? And immediately I drew parallels. I'm like, so you remember what happened to me, right?
No. You didn't draw parallels. You perpendiculared the shit out of that. You crossed paths with it, you motherfucker. You didn't draw parallels. It's one thing to draw parallels. It's another thing to do what you did. Now let's let him cook. I'll let him. You'll see.
You remember me working at Twitch for so many years? They never had a single problem with me. In fact, I was offered sponsorship opportunities. They had me play games like Choice Chamber and paid me tons of money to play it. And
remember back then he would say he doesn't get sponsorships, and trolls fucked him out of the sponsorship program. And then he's also said in the past that he doesn't want to do those because it's all fake. But then he brings it up like this whenever it's convenient. Whenever the story deems that it's necessary, he's able to flip his opinion on sponsorships, on paid streams, on all this shit. He has no opinion. He's a snake. He's a snake. There is no fucking opinion.
At Twitch for so many years, they never had a single problem with me. In fact, I was offered sponsorship opportunities. They had me play games like Choice Chamber and paid me tons of money to play it. And
paid me tons of money too, by the way. Paid me tons of money.
Advertise the game. They had me do all these different campaigns
Pay me
and
tons.
things. And then just a few years later, I haven't changed who I am. I haven't changed the style of content I do. I'm the same exact guy.
This is a good one too. What?
Advertise the game. They had me do all these different campaigns and things. And then just a few years later, I haven't changed who I am. I haven't changed the style of content I do. I'm the same exact guy.
I haven't changed. Now he hasn't changed. So since like 2018, he hasn't changed. All of a sudden, you see what I mean by whenever it's convenient? Whenever the story, like the script writers get lazy or some shit. They're using AI or something. Because how the fuck, now he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed in the past 5 years. I thought you've been changing every day. What the fuck, dude? You've lied to me. Are you lying now or were you lying then? I don't know.
And they keep
Who fucking knows with this guy? There is no opinion. He's not a human. I'm telling you, he's not fucking human.
me out of the partner program. And when I ask them why, they say something like hateful speech. But then I will
Something like hateful speech. What? What? Look at him trying to downplay this.
when I ask them why, they say something like hateful speech. But then they refuse to provide any examples of what I'm talking about.
They don't have to.
So come to find out, months later, I contact someone who actually worked at Twitch, and they showed me the evidence that my haters
Hey, look at this. He changed the story yet again. Changing the story.
of what I'm talking about. So come to find out, months later, I contact someone who actually worked at Twitch, and they showed me the evidence that my haters
Now someone he contacted who worked at Twitch showed him the hate package of videos that they sent Twitch. I could swear, I should have looked it up. I should have done my homework. Last week, this guy, when ranting about the membership bullshit, was saying that people messaged him behind the scenes and were assuming that a hate package is why he was banned from Twitch.
Thank you.
And now,
Really,
Twitch
thank
told him that.
I'm a character, but I'm the realest guy online.
Exactly, J-Dog. Thank you for the 25 Norwegian krone, dude. Yeah, he's a character, and he's changed, but he's never changed. And he also changes every day. But he never changed, though. Speaking of changing, he changed the story. He said it was a guy. Some guy was assuming. He emailed him behind the scenes. And now it's Twitch told him personally. He emailed Twitch, dude.
The people who don't like me. So
Let's hear that
come to
again.
find out, months later, I contact someone who actually worked at Twitch, and they showed me the evidence.
So now he saw the evidence. So when he says, I never saw any evidence, they never provided any evidence. They did provide evidence, you lying sack of shit. What do you mean? You're telling us now that they did. What the fuck? Which one is it? Which one is it? It's so easy to catch this dude lying.
That my haters, the people who don't like me, made a internet slander campaign. They basically packaged it all together. It was like this big epic.
And again, one more time, last week, literally last week, he was saying that people were emailing him behind the scenes, or a guy emailed him and was assuming this. One guy was assuming this is why he got banned, the hate package. But now Twitch told him it was the hate package. Which is it, man? Which is it? Both or neither? Whenever the story deems it necessary, whichever one is more important.
Montage
at the
of
time.
Bad moments of my history. A lot of them were over 10 years before this time period. And all they did was made this edited, you know, here's the worst of Phil.
And also, this is stupid too, because if you have 10 years worth of a hate montage clips in a video, the fact that you can make a montage out of it is kind of crazy. Like, isn't that in and of itself a big deal? I don't know.
You ain't seen 10 bands in your life, shit.
Hey, Vaporware, thank you for the 10, dude.
The
Holy shit.
tribulations of Job Burnell, who suffers the devilish meddling of hater video packages, 2 big bills, and Argentinian-style membership bombs, are well accounted for in the Densey Scrolls. Amen.
Yeah, Vaporware, thank you. Yeah, the Densey Scrolls has a lot of that stuff covered.
Based. Fucking based.
I'm him.
I'm him.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 10.
I've been him.
You've been
I
him?
will continue to be him.
And you'll continue to be him.
And presented it.
What was I saying? I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't remember.
10 years before this time period. And all they did was made this edited, you know, here's the worst of Phil.
Right. Okay. If you have an edited video of 10 years worth of hate stuff that you've said, that's kind of ridiculous, dude. In my opinion, that's kind of ridiculous. Because I can go watch Uber Haxer Nova, who's been on the internet like almost as long as you. And I'm sure he doesn't have like a fucking an hour video you could make of hateful shit that he said to people. I don't know, dude. Like, you can't do this with everybody. At least not to the extent that you could do it with this dude, because he's just a toxic person.
And presented it to Twitch as if, look, this is a guy right now who's on your site in your partner program.
And dude, this is the same. Okay, we're taking a derail here. This is the same dude who did a video like this. This is ridiculous, YouTube. Hey, don't ban me for this. Please, YouTube, I swear. This isn't me, please.
Several times over the course of 2010.
The racist moments.
And I used
this one's fucking ridiculous. He uploaded this.
Southern accent per se in many of my game playthroughs. However, what many people don't know is that the actual origination of this accent came during a casual set of Super Turbo matches in practice for the Super Battle Opera qualifiers back in May of 2010. What had actually happened was Domdai had come over to my place that day. We had Ryu.
Okay,
sure would be a
Phil.
variety of
Hit us with a
characters,
pre-stream
and,
back in 2010.
It made no. We were sitting down that night, unleash a small term. So check it out.
Check it out.
That's right. Fuck Dom Fag. Get him off the cabinet.
Who's Fag Die?
Oh, sorry. Fag Die. I screwed it up.
Nigger faggot. Nigger faggot damn die.
That's right. Nigger faggot damn die. You can redo every fucking match. Fucking bullshit. Want to see the new characters and shit on Long Day. Fuck you. Where's my fucking hood?
Oh, no. Where's my hood?
I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. Oh, fucking shit.
Fucking uppercuts, man.
God. Fuck you, John Rambo. You fucking fag. Fuck, stop doing it. You stretchy arm motherfucker. You dirty Indian curry chugging motherfucker. Shit out of here. I can't play you. Good, fuck you. Yes, racist power.
Racist power.
Fucking
If you don't
base.
think that's funny, you must be
What?
one of those Jewish chicken chang chong motherfuckers.
What?
If you don't think that's funny, you must be one of those Jewish chicken chang chong motherfuckers. Get a sense of humor. Stay tuned.
All right. I don't even remember what the fuck goes.
Program.
This is that guy. This is that guy. This is that guy. And he says he's never been racist. I don't know, bro. Just own it. If he owned it, I don't think anybody would go on him that hard for this. That's pause. Hold on.
But,
whoa, hold on.
Look at all the things he's done, but it's not truthful. Number one, it's all stuff out of context. Number two, it's stuff that's outdated. I don't do that kind of risque commentary. You know, some of this stuff was stuff from 10 years ago before that I haven't done since, and I publicly apologized for, right? So, literally, that's exactly the story of like...
Wait. What? Okay, hold on. What is exactly the story?
It's not truthful. Number one, it's all stuff out of context. Number two, it's stuff that's outdated. I don't do that kind of risque commentary. You know, some of this stuff was stuff from 10 years ago before that I haven't done since, and I publicly...
Yeah, and the 10-year... Dude, the 10-year thing doesn't really work because it was 2014. Like, weren't you streaming in 2014? Weren't you already streaming by 2014, you piece of shit? Come on, what? He streamed on Twitch, like, in 2014. The fuck are you on, man? Doesn't work anymore.
Apologize.
You can't keep saying 10 years ago.
Right? So, literally, that's exactly the story of Like a Dragon. Showing things out of context, not representative of what's going on or who the people actually are, but making shit up for drama's sake.
Thank you. Really?
Hey, Asherman with the 2, thank you.
Happened to lose my dignity, have you seen it?
Your dignity? What the hell's... Your dignity? Why did it say dignity? Oh, because he spelled it wrong. Okay, I see. No, I haven't seen it. Maybe it's with Phil's, dude. I don't know. I'm sorry, Asherman. Thank you, dude, for the 2.
Fucking based.
Let's go.
Big boobed women. And now they lost their jobs because of it.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, this is my fucking life. This is exactly what happens to me on a daily basis. I have stalkers.
Yeah, Utterly Insane, that's a great point, too. He retconned this whole thing into, I didn't say them, and then now it's turned into, it was the old me, and I apologized. So again, the story just changes. Whatever is convenient at the moment, in the moment. He's a snake. He slithers his way through every sentence. When he says something, you have to forget that he said it by the time he's on the next sentence. Or else you're a detractor. Because if you just listen to him, it's so easy to catch him lying. It's so easy. It's the easiest thing ever.
On the internet who just make shit up. You know, they have never substantiated their claims of anything that they've said
never
in these things that are ridiculous. You know, every once in a while, you say, okay, well, Phil raged today playing Street Fighter and he insulted some players. That's true.
No, now it's true. Now it's true. I remember people were saying, shout outs to people, were saying that when he broke his New Year's resolution and was yelling at players, he showed up the next day and says that he didn't do that. People are stupid. Don't listen to them. He didn't do that. Now, yeah, that's okay. That's a fact. I did do that. What?
Okay, well, Phil raged today playing Street Fighter and he insulted some players. That's true.
That's true.
It's well documented.
It's well documented.
Footage on my channel, for God's sakes, right? Who cares about that?
Now, who cares? Oh, who cares? Now, I didn't do this thing you said I did, but if I did do it, who cares that I did it? Really? Like, who cares? Why are you even bringing it up? Why are you even bringing it up? Who cares? Who fucking cares? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, I saw the Twitter thing. I don't know. If it took you, this dude just yelling at you and calling you a bitch, for you to, like, realize that everything else he was doing was bad is kind of weird, in my opinion. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, King B. Cruel, the guy who he's about to yell at, announced on Twitter that he's done with Phil after supporting him for, like, 3 years. I don't know. It just took Phil calling you a bitch for you to... I don't know, why were you okay with everything else he was doing before? Until he called you specifically out. I don't know.
But the problem is...
But whatever, hey, good for you, I guess.
Other stuff that they say and do about me that's completely falsified, that they have absolutely no concrete evidence of at all, but they say shit all the time. All these crazy conspiracies they come up with, and YouTube allows it. YouTube just allows slander campaigns for personal gain.
He wants YouTube police. He wants internet police.
It's insane. Now, in reality,
it is insane too, because talking about evidence, this dude's gonna be talking about evidence. The guy who never provides a shred of evidence. All you had to do was show Craig your fucking email him a photo of your Champions account just to see if it's the same name. You could have even faked it. You could have just made a new account, showed him your name, and he could have probably cleared you because he wouldn't have looked into it too much. I don't know, dude. Talk about evidence some more, man.
It's funny because, you know, by the way, how about this?
All right. Here it is. King Be Cruel. Not gonna lie. It's very cringe that you are comparing yourself to this game. It's giving he's just like me for real vibes. In quotes. That's all he said. That's all he said. That's all he said.
It's funny because, you know, by the way, how about this? I don't know what the fuck idiots are talking about with memes and shit. Oh, it's like, he's just like me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't follow your dumb fucking memes. So take your meme and shove it up your fucking ass, because I have the ability to make an observation that's factually fucking based. Just because I'm Darkside Phil doesn't mean I get to ignore fucking facts that the characters in this game are going through what I go through on a daily fucking basis. Shut the fuck up. I'm not taking your shit. I don't care who the fuck it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the fuck up and eat it. Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. It's a fucking...
Oh boy. Use code MOOBS for 70% off NordVPN. Thank you for the bomb, dude. I love him pointing... I know I'm pausing his rant. I know, but you guys have seen it. So, he says, I'm stating a fucking fact. What if I am stating a fact? What if I'm King Be Cruel, and I'm stating a fact that you're being cringe? Is that not a fact? If I call you fat, is that not me being factual? If I call you ugly, that's me just being factual, dude. Why are you getting so angry? I want to see it again.
That's factually fucking based. Just because I'm Darkside Phil doesn't mean I get to ignore fucking facts that the characters in this game are going through what I go through on a day.
Also, I saw Poem's Future on Twitter say he got more angry about someone calling him cringe than he did about someone kicking his wife off of stream. Apparently, kicking his wife off of the stream for like 5 years, scaring his wife away from streaming for 5 years. He's more angry about being called cringe.
Daily fuck.
That's crazy.
Basis. Shut the fuck up. I'm not taking your shit. I don't care who the fuck it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the fuck up and eat it.
Eat it.
Eat it. Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am. I can't.
God. Really, thank you.
Hey, Kevin, thank you for the super sticker with the little poop emoji. Yeah, send me your spoon, dude.
Say a factual observation.
It's factual.
It's a fucking fact that the characters in that game are going through what I have factually gone through on a daily fucking basis for years. So shut the fuck up. I am not putting up with any of this shit ever again. You're gonna tell me I can't make a factual observation? How about you kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls?
Lick, okay. No.
Hey. Yeah. And I'm fucking pissed about it. Because I see this shit. Oh, he can't say that. Oh, yeah?
That's not what he said, though. That's not what he said at all. Oh, yeah? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
About it. Because I see this shit.
He's like a schoolyard fucking bully. He's like a schoolyard 12-year-old kid bullying like 9-year-olds in the schoolyard.
Shit. Oh, he can't say that. Oh, yeah? I can't say a fact?
I can't call you cringe?
What fucking world do we live in that I can't say a fucking fact, you bitch?
Oh.
Kiss my fucking ass. Based. Fucking based. Enough is enough with this shit. Yeah, King Be Cruel. King Be Bitch. You're gonna say dumb shit like that in fucking chat, and everyone...
What's his chat saying?
Everyone else who said that too, because people in the comments, all my haters saying it in their videos. So now we know what you're watching every fucking day, right? You dumb fuck. Shut the fuck up. No one cares about your bitch-ass, memeable opinions.
What?
There's facts, there's reality, and then there's your bullshit world that you live in on the internet where you circle jerk each other with your conspiracy and your nonsense, and no one fucking cares about you except your circle jerking community. The problem is there's too many of you. There's too many fucking idiots.
King Be Cruel was always a borderline troll, to be honest. Okay.
And enough is enough with this shit.
Thank you. Really, thank you.
Hey, Utterly Insane, thank you.
Look how quickly chat turned on King Cruel. Cult.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Thank you, Utterly Insane. He's like a 10-year-old who got inspired to defend himself from a kid's TV show. Yeah.
And call it out. Just because I'm one of the most abused people on the internet doesn't mean I don't get to make a factual observation. I can say whatever the
factual observation.
One of the most abused people on the internet doesn't mean I don't get to make a factual observation. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
He's
and
heated.
You like it, or you shut the fuck up.
You like it, or you shut the fuck up. There you go. There's the explanation for why he's so angry. Just consume product and consume next product, whatever that meme is. That's the cult. That's the rules of the cult. Everything he says, you like it or you shut the fuck up. Correct?
Now, you got a problem with that? Test me, bitch. Because I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm not.
Do it to them, snipe.
Guys, he's not putting up with it anymore.
Remember all the times he tells us we need mental help. My
Yeah,
brother
Rebsy.
in Christ looks at you.
Rebsy, thank you for the 5, man. Yeah.
Your mouth drooling fucking retard. I shouldn't have said that.
I really shouldn't say it, but I said it.
I'm not gonna have people come in here on my streams and in fucking other videos and say, "Oh, he's just, oh look, yeah, I'm like him, just like me and him." Shut the fuck. Nobody even knows what you're talking about. I've never even heard the meme before.
And then I never heard of it. I never heard of it, but I'm gonna go on this crazy ass fucking rant about it. In reality, if you never heard of it, why did you freak out this way? If I'm a genuine fan and a viewer, and I'm supposed to believe you and take you at your word, how the fuck did you never hear of it? Why are you so angry? What? Okay?
Because I'm not an asshole. I'm not a fucking dumbass, mouth-drooling idiot.
What?
I don't follow the dunces follow on the internet. It's my life I'm talking about. Right? And it's true. Follow the plot of this game. This is exactly what I've gone through.
What?
I've lost tons of business opportunities. I've lost the ability to branch out on the internet as a content creator. Tons of people, hundreds of thousands of people will never check out my content because all they hear is conspiracies about me.
Okay, so I want to point out here, what about the documentary? Did people cost you that? Did people cost you the documentary opportunity? What about that opportunity, dude? Because I remember you just backing out of it because you were upset with how many people hate you. I don't know. Did trolls cost you that one, dude? That seemed like a big opportunity for you, but apparently not.
On the internet as a content creator, tons of people, hundreds of thousands of people will never check out my content.
Just eat it.
Thank you, Darkseid to Flow. Just eat it. Send me the spoon. I'll make you eat it.
Because
dude.
all they hear is conspiracies about me. Right? What they'll do is they'll take this actual segment of my podcast out of context and just show, look, Phil abuses his viewers by swearing at them, instead of actually showing the reason I'm doing it.
And this is so dumb too. As if that even matters. As if the fucking context even matters. Really? Like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Even if it, like, you want to pretend it does, it really doesn't. Because you're the streamer. I'm just a dude in chat. I could say whatever the fuck I want in your chat, bro. You're the streamer. Why would you react this way? Why would you go on this baby mode rant? The justification literally doesn't fucking matter at all. Because you're the one on camera, not me. I'm not the streamer. Well, me figuratively, me in chat. Why would you blow up like this? The context doesn't matter. And even, like, it's still in the video. We have the whole context. This clip has the context and the meltdown. The climax.
That people are mistreating me. That people
are mistreating me. He calls you cringe. He calls you fucking cringe, dude.
Fucking based.
He calls you cringe. That's mistreating you? Come on, you're on the internet, bro. Are you kidding me?
Funny thing is he couldn't test him because one of DSP's dented mods timed him out already.
Yeah.
Also DSP approved a comment with FR on it day before.
Oh, nice. Thank you, YouTube commenter, for the 5. Yeah. Fur. He's just like me. Fur. Thank you for the information, though. I didn't know that. I haven't been here. Thank you. Man, I don't know. This whole context bullshit doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter.
Instead of actually showing the reason I'm doing it. That people are mistreating me, that people are being horrible to me and my family and
horrible
everyone else. And then when I finally call it out, oh my God, look, in the game it's happening just like what happened with me. Oh, that's so cringe that he would say that. He'd think he's such a big egotistical.
The dude didn't say egotistical. He just called you cringe. He called you cringe. Is that what made him upset? Being called cringe? Imagine being upset when someone calls you cringe on the internet, dude. Come on. People call everybody cringe. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh, that's so cringe that he would say that. He'd think he's such a big egotistical.
Oh, man.
Egotistical. How is it ego-fucking-tistic?
Egotistic.
To state a fact. You fucking buffoon. You are so dumb. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that when they state a fact, the fact is wrong. That means you're an idiot.
I like this too, because I could swear. I don't have an example, I'm sorry. I didn't do my homework. But when Dr. Disrespect says something, or Ninja said something in the past, this guy would go, Phil, have you heard what Ninja said about streaming platforms? And Phil would go, who cares? I don't even care. Who the fuck cares what Ninja has to say? He would do that. You are this guy. This guy you're describing is you. That's you, brother.
Buffoon. You are so dumb.
But he's dumb now. Wait, so you're dumb then? Because you do that.
Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that when they state a fact, the fact is wrong. That means you're an idiot.
Okay,
you understand?
Phil. Okay.
There are a lot of people on this planet I don't like, but they say true things sometimes, and you better wise the fuck up and listen. Or shut up about it, because no one cares about you and your drama community on the internet. There is an entire culture.
Wait, but I thought you were supposed to listen to just because you don't like the person doesn't mean what they're saying isn't true. But now you're not listening to detractors because you don't like them. What? You just contradicted yourself, you bitch.
True things sometimes, and you better wise the fuck up and listen. Or shut up about it, because no one cares about you and your drama community on the internet.
Yeah, no one cares. So because you don't care about them, now all of a sudden you don't have to listen to them. I thought you just said if they make a point just because you don't like them doesn't mean their point isn't valid. Huh? What?
Huh?
What?
There is an entire culture of stuff on the internet based on this level of hatred, based on this level of hearsay, and tabloid bullshit. And it's ruining people's lives, and mine is one of them. There is literally no fucking reason whatsoever.
And somehow this became about like Keemstar Drama Alert. How the fuck did he make it about Drama Alert? A guy calls you cringe, bro. What the fuck are you on? How did you spiral it into Drama Alert? What?
That I should not be in the Twitch partner program. 0. I never did a damn thing to deserve that treatment.
Oh my God.
But a campaign of slander was held against me, and those idiots at Twitch...
Again, he's saying a campaign of slander. What is the slander? It's shit that you said. Unlike the video game where it's legit fabricated stuff in the video, the clips about you are just that, clips. They're not fabricated. But now it's fabricated. He already changed. I thought, you fucking asshole, you said at the start of this that that's the old you and you apologized for it and you're not that guy anymore. But now it's fabricated. Now it's fabricated. Like 10 minutes later, it's fabricated. I thought you apologized for it. What the fuck are you apologizing for if it's fake?
As unprofessional...
What?
Bro, I never did a damn thing to deserve that treatment. But a campaign of slander was held against me, and those idiots at Twitch, as unprofessionally stupid as they fucking are, said, oh, we don't want to deal with this drama, so we'll just remove him from the partner program. What? We will ban him from the site, because I literally didn't do anything wrong.
What?
But as we remove him from the program, now we have no liability if people keep complaining about this guy.
Yeah, that's
right?
Twitch. Yeah, that's Twitch.
So... yeah, it's happened to me 100% concretely. By the way, it's on Kiwi Farms. When they did it years ago, they posted up all around Kiwi Farms about it. All the evidence was always there. It's that people want to ignore it. When there's evidence of all the horrible things that have happened to me, oh, that doesn't exist. That never happened. No. But anytime that I do something even slightly wrong, oh, here you go. Here's all the evidence of everything Phil's ever done wrong in his 15 plus years on the internet. That's not how it fucking works. That's not fair.
That's not how it works. That's not fair. But when you accuse him of champions with a lot of evidence that supports it, even bank statements, he doesn't provide you any evidence. He just says, I didn't do it. That didn't happen. That's it. So why is this any different? Why is there a double standard for that?
You're a bunch of bitches.
I'm a bitch.
Every one of you's a little coward.
I am a coward.
Really?
Yes.
You're all nobodies.
Yes.
The people who do that shit. You're fucked up. You're broken in the fucking head. Every one of you bitch-ass content creators out there. Well, all you do is talk shit about people all day, and you call it the news?
What?
You're the most worthless humans on Earth.
Keemstar?
Right now, if you all had fingers snapped away by Thanos, no one would care.
Holy shit. You should just finger snap now and save the Earth's ozone layer.
They call it the news? You're the most worthless humans on Earth. Right now, if you all had fingers snapped away by Thanos, no one would care. You're all replaceable. Every one of you has nothing to add concretely to this planet, nothing positive. You're nothing but a blight on the fucking planet. You're a big hemorrhoid on all of our fucking asses who are trying to make a positive living and help people on this planet. You're the problem. Not us, the ones who you abuse. You're the fucking problem.
You should just disappear
now. If you go away, the world's a better place.
Oh my god.
I want you to think about
Oh my god.
Get it? If you go away, the world's a better place. I want you to think about that.
How? So, again, in case you missed it at the start, this video is age restricted. This video is age restricted. How is this, like, how is this okay? How is this okay at all? To say you should look at this face, by the way. You should just disappear now.
Not us, the ones who you abuse. You're the fucking problem. Get it? If you go away, the world's a better place. I want you to think about that.
Yeah, think about it. Think about what he's saying. Think about it. He's telling you to fucking end it. He's telling you to end it, bro. That's insane.
Now, I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want.
Uh-huh.
Especially when it's facts.
So can't I say it too?
The plot of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is incredibly similar to my life in that regard.
Double down.
The main characters are harassed by people on the internet, made up slander campaigns. They have no means to defend themselves.
Yeah, now it's slander again. So he committed to the slander part. I thought it was the old you and you apologized. But no, now it's fabricated. So what are you even apologizing for?
And now their whole world is in shambles. And that's what the plot's going to
be.
Their
whole world is in shambles. I thought you loved your life. What? He says shit like this without realizing what he's saying.
And now their whole world is in shambles.
Their whole world is in shambles, just like mine. Just like my world is in shambles too. What? Why would you say that?
And that's what the plot's going to be, is exploring what are they going to do to try to figure out what really happened. Where did the misinformation come from? Can they figure it out, right? Now, I'm willing to bet that the rest of the game is not going to be a lengthy court case where they sue the parties for slander or defamation or whatever it may be, because I always get those two confused, right? I'm going to guess they're going to go on a wild ride.
For a guy who always says people are doing this to him, you'd think he would know the definitions of the things he's accusing people of doing. How the fuck do you get them confused?
Maybe because I always get those two confused, right?
Isn't one written and one is like
I'm going to guess they're going to go on a wild ride to Hawaii and they're going to beat the shit out of people. If only I could do that. If only right now I could buy a plane ticket and fly to Hawaii.
Whoa, okay, I didn't hear this part of it. What?
They're going to go on a wild ride to Hawaii and they're going to beat the shit out of people. If only I could do that. If only right now I could buy a plane ticket and fly to Hawaii and beat the shit out of people in the streets and it would solve my problems. But sadly, that's not reality, and that's why this is a video game and not my life story.
Wait, and then in conclusion, it's a video game, not my life story. But you're arguing that it is your life's. Anyways, I know what he means. What? He wants to go beat people up. Okay, is that a joke? I assume he's joking. I don't know.
See, that's the difference.
That's the difference. The only difference is he can't go to Hawaii and beat people up. But everything else is the same, including the miserable life part. Including life in shambles part. That's the same. His life is also in shambles. Nice pause.
I am very much looking forward to the rest of this game.
and having fun with it with all of you and turning it into a lengthy, chill playthrough.
Holy fuck, dude.
And yes, I'm going to make these parallels over the course of the game.
Parallels.
And if you don't like it, you can literally suck my scrotum.
What?
Because it doesn't matter what your opinion is.
To them, snipe.
Hey, thank you, Tower Dragon.
Next, DSP sues the developers of Like a Dragon for copying his life story, lol.
Yeah, Tower Dragon, thank you for the 5. This isn't the first time he's done this, by the way. There's been other things, too, where he's like, somebody must, like, know who I am and included this in the game. I really don't know my homework. I haven't studied for the exam. But there are other games where he's done this. This is just the one he's gotten the most angry about. Because people were calling him out. But he's done this before. He has done this before. I remember situations where he says, like, it's just like me.
It's a fact. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, so, within the first
Kokichi moment in Danganronpa.
3 hours of Like a Dragon Infinite Well.
You guys know. You guys know more than I do. I haven't studied for the exam. Dude, that's insane. I want to hear him tell people they can disappear.
Evidence of all the horrible things that have happened. Worthless humans on Earth.
What? Hey, Waffle Bunny 123, thank you for the fucking bomb.
I'm him.
I'm him.
Based. Fucking based.
Let's go, dude. Waffle Bunny, enjoy, guys.
About people all day, and you call it the news. Every one of you and help. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Are harassed.
Please tell me to disappear.
That's going to be as extreme. It's not going to be a wild ride to Hawaii.
Tell me to disappear again.
No. But anytime that I do something even slightly wrong, oh, here you go. Here's all the evidence of everything Phil's ever done. If you all had finger snapped away by Thanos, no one would care.
No one would
all
care.
Replaceable.
Yes.
Every one of you has nothing to add concretely to this planet. Nothing positive. You're nothing but a blight on the fucking planet. You're a big hemorrhoid on all of our fucking asses who are trying to make a positive living and help people on this planet. You're the problem.
Damn.
Not us, the ones who you abuse. You're the fucking problem. Get it? If you go away, the world's a better place. I want you to think about that.
That's a great line. If you go away, the world's a better place. I want you to think about that. Yeah, think about it. Think about it so that you can fucking really understand what he's telling you to do there. Think about it, guys. Holy shit, man. Crazy. All of that over being called cringe. Oh, man. Look at his face. That's crazy. Okay, we've got some more videos.
So, within the first 3 hours of Like a Dragon Infinite Well.
Alright. And then he tries to move on. Like, he just never said any of that. Oh, man. That's so good. That's so fucking good, man. Alright, more begging and, and stuff here. Let's go.
One final thing, and then I guess we'll get to do some shout-outs and some Q&A. I want to say thank you for yesterday, because yesterday was a great streaming day. The streams were well supported. I need to keep that momentum going over the course of this weekend into next week. This is the last week of the month for me, and this month is not going good. All right, to give you comparison here, my memberships are so low now because everyone got a gifted membership that I didn't get paid for.
Nice.
I have lost. I wish this was an exaggeration.
Also, didn't get paid for it. It's not true. You did get paid, just not the amount you want.
Over $1,500 now.
Okay, so is this number real? This $1,500 number? Is this a real number? Or is he fucking with us here? Is this like a pity beg? Like, because he just wants $1,500 by the end of January?
This was an
It's not real? Okay. Because I never understood that. Because before the Argentina thing, he had like 560 members or something. What about all that money? You weren't expecting member bombs. What about the 560 members you had before all of that? How the fuck did you lose money? I don't know. First he said he lost 1,000. Now he says it's 1,500. Oh my god! Of course he did. He's 500. It came out of nowhere, dude.
Exaggeration. Over $1,500.
Yeah, exactly. Playgirls Frontline 2. It's like saying I lost millions every time I didn't win the lotto. Like how? That doesn't make any sense.
That I should have made.
Oh, he spent $1,575 on champions. Is that why? Oh, interesting. He was spending on champions, so he's desperate for like champions money.
This month, I have not made. It says it right in my statistics. It says, "Here's what you."
Oh, I want to see. Hold on.
I have not made.
Will we hear this again?
It says it right in my statistics.
Okay. What does it say right in your statistics? Let's see.
It says, here's what you made last month, and here's where you are this month. You've lost $1,500 in member revenue.
Yeah, it says that
because
exactly.
No one.
Oh, it also says why? It says why too. Really?
You've lost $1,500 in member revenue because no one became a member and no one renewed because everyone just got a free one.
That's what YouTube said. Really?
Fucking based.
Dude, that's awesome. Could you imagine YouTube said that?
Revenue because no one became a member and no one renewed because everyone just got a free one.
And that doesn't make any sense because I thought people were supposed to like you. Again, coming from the point of view of like a guy who stumbles on this guy's stream and you just start watching him. If people like you, they're supposed to give you money, right? What the membership shit shouldn't even affect you, actually. If you have real fans, it doesn't even matter. I don't get it. I really don't get it. What happened to the 560 memberships that he had before the Argentina thing? Where did those go? Those were all presumably legit, right? Before this all I mean, we don't know, obviously, but I assume so. Why all of a sudden, like, what happened to that money? You weren't expecting thousands of member bombs from Argentina. Like, what?
Okay. So.
Those memberships expired.
How
dude.
can you...
But he should still get paid for them this month. I don't know.
Help with that. Support the streams in another way. If you were someone who was going to get a membership and you got one for free from a troll, please support in another way. Super chat or super thanks, well appreciated. A legit membership or gifted membership to someone else, those still count.
They count.
Or a tip.
What does that mean?
Any
count?
of that?
Those still count. What do you mean count? You actually don't count them anymore. So I assume count means money.
Will help a ton. All right. If you can, please support in some way. I really need to have a good end of the month, and it sucks that it looks like I'm being massively negatively affected by these idiots now. Right? And I don't know how I could fix it.
Yeah, also negatively affected. When this was happening, he says it doesn't affect him. I pointed this out multiple times when he was saying it because I knew he would do this. Like everybody knew he was going to do this. He told us back then, a week ago, that it doesn't affect him. Could you imagine if I was a smaller streamer and I relied on this? You know how bad this would negatively affect me? It doesn't affect me now. Now it affects him. Now a week later it changed. He's changed. Everything changed in a week. Now it affects him.
Negatively affected by these idiots now.
Yeah, negatively
right?
affected.
And I don't know how I could fix it. This is not a fixable situation. This is a problem YouTube has to repair. And the thing is, I know that as we get further into the year, with different game releases and also with ad revenue increasing, because ad revenue is going to go up again, right? It's going to be all right. But this is a terrible month. I can't be down that much money. And then I got to try to pay all my bills and shit. It's like, this is not going to be good. So again, anything you can do to help right now, greatly appreciated. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all day on stream. I hate even bringing it up, but it's just a reality that these fuckers messing around here have really hurt me in a bad way. And it sucks because right now, no one was expecting this to happen, right? So you can't really blame anyone but the fuckers who abuse the system. And of course, YouTube for being lazy idiots who don't
do it to them, snipe.
Lazy idiots. Hey, utterly insane. Thank you, dude.
Here's the lie. If you pay yourself, you can't get a gifted membership. You always pay. The issue is the whales have vanished. Begged for SC yesterday.
Yeah, begged for super chat yesterday. Thank you for the £4.99, dude. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other great thing to point out. On Twitch, and maybe even when he started on YouTube, he had more people giving him less money. And now he relies on like the same 3 to 10 guys. The same like small pool of people to give him way more money. And that's a big problem. That's what happens when you turn people away by calling them bitches and telling them to eat shit out of your ass with a spoon. So yeah, thank you, Utterly Insane, for pointing that out.
Anything. There's nothing I can really do about this.
Nice.
It really stinks.
Nothing he can do.
Mr. Responsible says, yes, but how does this compare to last year? I'm down $1,500.
So Mr. Responsible actually said, most businesses see drops in revenue from December to January. How does this year's drop compare to last year? So let's see what he says.
There's nothing I can really do about this. It really stinks. Mr. Responsible says, yes, but how does this compare to last year? I'm down $1,500. What don't you understand?
Says who?
Yes,
you?
there's always usually a dip. every year there's a dip this month. That's expected because the ad revenue goes like this. My problem is I always have member revenue, and I literally have no member revenue right now.
Literally look at this fucking guy casually lying to your face.
Yes. My problem is I always have member revenue, and
look at that look away too. Looks away. Can't even look you in the eyes, the webcam lens, to tell you this lie.
And I literally have no member revenue right now. Nothing. Member.
I have no member revenue. Nothing except, he's about to say except for everybody who's a member.
Member, except for the ultra members, there's like 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Almost all the memberships are fake. Everyone
Fake.
got gifted a fake membership. So I'm getting paid for nothing.
Right
now. And
okay.
you know, how am I supposed to operate a business based off of that?
This is a waste of breath. Yeah, honestly it is. I'm
doing
sorry.
everything right and everything's going well, and you make this much. The next month you're doing everything right. In fact, you're being told things are great. Keep going. You made way less. Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. I didn't fuck up.
I don't know.
This is people committing horrible things towards me, and you know they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They think it's funny because again, anyone who can get away with this shit on the internet, right?
I don't get it.
They're losers.
I really don't get it.
That's what I mean. This fucking abuse that I go through every day. But
abuse.
It's the meme. It's the meme that he says it's like this. It's like a fuck you. No, these things happen to me and my family every day, and they're real. So it's.
What do you mean, me and my family? As if like the member bombs affect your family? Like, doesn't Kat work? Doesn't she have a job? Doesn't she pay for anything? I don't think she does. I don't know. My theory is that she just doesn't. She just buys video games and consoles and like whatever snacks she wants. This dude pays for everything.
Not a meme. Maybe your life's the.
It's not really a theory.
Joke in the fucking meme because you're the one sitting there.
Wait, what?
So it's not a meme. Maybe your life's the joke in the fucking meme because you're the one sitting there behind your computer or your mobile device laughing at someone else because you're a fucking loser nobody.
What?
And no one gives a fuck about you laughing at a meme.
I gotta say though, how is me laughing at you me being a fucking meme loser? I'm not the one that's begging on the internet. I'm not the one who runs an unsuccessful YouTube channel. Me. I'm not him. I'm not you, dude. I'm not the one
These people
begging
fuck
here,
with me
dude.
every day, and I'm tired of it.
All right.
You know, I really am. I'm tired of this shit. I've had enough.
Apparently laughing is a loser thing.
Again, if you could, please support the streams this month.
Not doing this. Apparently doing this is not the loser memeable thing to do. Begging.
So, again, if you could, please support the streams this month. All right? This week, actually. This last week, this is it. This is the last chance. Then it hits the reset button when we hit February. And you got to hope for the best. Got to hope that February overall is a strong month because I can't have constant, ongoing months that are...
Also, he never answered that dude's question. He never answered that dude's question. He said, what's the difference from this year to last year? He just said, I lost 1,500. Okay, but what if you lost like 1,000 last year? What if it dropped 1,000? And dropped is not the same. Because let's assume he did lose 1,500. What if he earned like 10,000 from everything else? And he last January he earned 11,500. The 1,500 drop isn't so bad when you think of it that way. If you earned 11,500 last year and then you earned 10,000 this year and that's the 1,500 you dropped, like, bro, does it really fucking matter? I don't know.
Way low because of this bullshit. All right. So again, anything is appreciated. All right, guys. Okay.
I got the drip. Go.
Anyway.
I got the drip. Go.
Hey, yeah, it's not a beg. He's just factually observing his fucking bank account and his declining business. Man, this dude sucks. Okay, we're not done here. We got, I wanted to watch this. This is an interesting one because it's about adult content or mature content in video games. So I want to check it out.
Week. You ready? All right. So this video is interesting because there's been a debate in the gaming communities over the last many years about adult content in video games. And if you see here,
Jesus.
what is mature content in video games okay? This has been an ongoing discussion that some games, I guess, have either been censored or some games go over the top. And the question is, you know, what do you think about that? Let's
They
see
made
what
an
this
emoji
person
of
has
my
to say, and I'll
financial
give you
decline.
my take on it. All right, here we go.
Hey everyone, Gaijin and Goomba here. And so games distribute a new title.
We've watched this before, right?
Okay.
We've watched this guy before. Yeah.
Aku approached me not that long ago and asked to sponsor a video talking.
Oh, I don't care about their sponsor. This is the game. We'll skip that.
Oh my god.
All right. Is this the game? This is their ad, right?
I love when he does this because he skips like a minute into the video and he expects you to watch his 2-hour fucking long pre-stream shit. Why is that any different? Why is yours okay? I don't. Whatever. I don't know.
Teammate does have a not safe for work version that allows you to get intimate with your playable characters as you fight alongside them and build their stats. However, this is a completely optional aspect of the game. But, you know, that actually got me thinking about something.
Okay.
It's almost like clockwork when Japan, or really any developer that makes an anime game that includes adult content, it's immediately branded as raunchy,
Settle down,
unnecessary, and made for teenage boys to fawn over. But tell me something, guys.
Jesus
Why is it so easy to brand those games as indecent, but then you've got games like God of War, The Witcher, Mass Effect. All of these games have similar adult content in them, like nudity or heavy innuendos, yet we praise them as being superior games that apparently deserve endless sequels, for better or worse. I know the first thing that the opposition is going to bring up is the argument that Western RPGs have much better character development, depth, and story, which makes adult content appropriate as it's more believable, wherein Eastern RPGs have titillation and adult content because it sells better, or it appeals to the lowest common denominator. Personally, I don't think any of those three arguments actually hold any water when you start looking at Eastern games from an Eastern perspective. The argument that Eastern RPGs lack character or depth, thus adult content feels cheapened, feels like a hollow point because not everyone plays RPGs for the story. I'm dead serious. If you have a look at the more domestically popular RPGs in Japan, not JRPGs mind, because that basically boils down to Final Fantasy these days. I'm talking Japanese RPG arcade games that use stuff like collectible cards, such as Kontai Collection, which I have played by the way. From a Western standpoint, games like this are bare bones.
Are they gonna say anything?
Player involvement when it comes to actions, decision making, and movement. But from an Eastern standpoint, the two things I've noticed people really like in these kinds of games are twofold: stat building and manipulation, and the insane levels of artistic prowess these games present. Numerical strategy and
This is so weird. I don't even know anything about this style of game. Do you guys know anything about this? It's like a card game.
What? Hey, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What do you mean you don't know about card games, you fucking liar? Hold on a minute.
Anything about this style of game? Do you guys know anything about this? It's like a card game that has stats and stuff.
What?
See, again, Japanese arcades are
Oh yeah, Japanese, dude. He doesn't know anything about that. That must be a Japanese
so different
thing.
from American arcades. I've never even heard of that. So you would go there and get physical cards out of the machine and then put those into the game, and it does stat building like an RPG, but it's an arcade game.
Oh, shit,
you know,
Paul
again,
Tar.
I zero experience with that at all. I didn't even know about it.
Precision under the
Yeah, zero experience with card stat
stunning
games.
visuals is what sells in mainstream Japan. That isn't to say that no game in Japan lacks good story. We've been shown many times before that that isn't the case. But with the booming mobile market, the player preference to stat-driven games, and the cultural history of importance of visual presentation, the Eastern RPG market has eyes for very, very different concepts than the West does. This brings me to my next point: waifus. I know on the Western side of the internet we crack jokes about how baseless and goofy the concept of someone having a waifu is, but something you guys gotta understand is that entire franchises of figures, anime, games, lordy, you name it, have insane levels of popularity in Japan simply because of design and surface level moe characteristics.
And
design and surface level moe characteristics.
And I get it, but what's your point?
What do you mean? What's his point? Let him make the point.
Doesn't mean it's good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I shouldn't have said that.
Are you kidding me? This is a week after the Hogwarts shit. Remember Hogwarts? Oh my god, Hog Snort's fucking legacy, dude?
Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. Just because 1 million people throw money at it doesn't mean it's quality.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking right now? He's not human. He's not a fucking human, man.
You understand? And that's why I think a lot of people have issue discerning between.
I think you have the issue, dude.
Just because something is popular doesn't mean that it's worth your time.
Holy fuck.
But so many people want to jump on a popularity bandwagon that they just consume it.
Yeah, also the free market kind of implies that. Yeah, it does. It's like an implication. If something is really popular, then it's kind of like maybe it's good because a lot of people are doing it. And that's not always the case, obviously, but that's the implication, because it wouldn't be doing really well unless there was like something about it that made it interesting or different or people enjoy it.
Right?
Right.
How many people went and saw the Transformers movies?
Okay.
You know? How many people went and saw every Fast and Furious? How many people go and buy Kardashian products? Do you think that anything you bought from a Kardashian is quality? Do you think they even had any insight into the product, or, you know,
I mean,
or they just slapped their name on a product made in China?
I don't know.
You know,
they might have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go on and on about things that are popular.
Hogwarts? Hogsnarts?
Are not of any quality.
Right.
They are meant to be exploitative of a certain audience.
What?
That is easily gullible or easily led astray to think that something is good that's not.
I don't know about any of that. I think the goal is just to make money, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
And it's designed that way. We have entire...
Oh, it's designed to make money, really?
Things in culture, human culture today,
that
are 100% meant to be exploitative
yeah.
of the human populace.
Champions?
For money.
Gambling addiction with champions, right? You know all about that, right?
And I think the argument against the waifus and all of that is that it's exploitative of people that are looking for a certain kind of content because they don't have that actual kind of stuff in their real lives.
I don't know. I disagree with that, because how is it exploitative? If that's what you're looking for and that's what they provide, then that's what you're looking for and that's what they provide. I don't see how that's exploitative at all. Just making like a cute character, a pretty character in a thing. I don't see how that's exploitative. Like, if you're not capable, if there's something wrong with you where you become like obsessed with it, obviously that's like an exception, or that's, you know, hopefully that's an exception, but I don't see what the fuck he's even trying to say here.
Let's continue and see what he has to say. He's literally saying, oh, but don't you understand? Even though you say it's bad, it's super popular in Japan. That doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, he didn't say that though. He didn't say that. He was just he was stating a fact, you dumb fuck, like calling you cringe.
That doesn't mean, it just means it's popular.
All right.
It doesn't mean a thing.
You paused him before he could make his point, by the way. This is all a preamble to a point that hasn't been made yet.
A sales...
What does he mean?
Sales number doesn't mean shit. So let's see if what he's going on, what he's...
Now a sales number doesn't mean
Frame
shit.
Art Girls, Kimono Friends, and the above-mentioned Contai collection.
Hogwarts
the story
Legacy.
These games and shows aren't exactly all that deep. In fact, most of the time, they're pretty quirky and almost juvenile. But nonetheless, tons, and I mean tons of people, have grown serious personal interest in these characters based on what we in the West would consider small things. There's no universal definition of what a character is required to have in order for the player to feel a deep connection to them. It's why I kind of shake my head and laugh when people say that having an attachment to a potential romantic partner like Liara from Mass Effect is fine and acceptable, but physical romantic content in a JRPG or any Eastern game is inappropriate because the characters aren't, quote, deep enough.
No, here's okay. So that basically is a statement that it's almost like prejudicial. So because there's a Japanese game that has an anime style character in it, right? That's meant to be exploitative of the gamer in a way.
And then he throws that in there. Why does it have to be exploitative of the gamer? What does that even mean? Why would you throw that in there?
Right? That's meant to be exploitative of the gamer in a way. That's not good. But if you have a Western-based game that has this kind of character, that's okay because it's more in-depth. I don't know if I agree with that either.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you just hate all forms of sexual stuff in games, or even like hand-holding, bro. You're like a nun.
So maybe
because he went to a nun school. Is that why he's so like this? I don't know. He didn't used to be.
In this case, I think that might be a statement that is kind of true, that it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you spend 40 hours building the relationship to get to the point where it's romantic, or if it's an hour of playing and then all of a sudden it all happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the same. I don't think one's better than the other, right? Anyway.
It's honestly a matter of multinational opinion and taste. But even the argument...
No, it's not multinational opinion and taste. It's popularity.
What?
There's a difference. See, again, he's miscategorizing things, right?
How?
Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. It just means that it's popular for a reason. In Japan, the reason why this shit is so popular is because they have a cultural difference between America, where I live, the United States, and Japan. In Japan, they're very work-centric. They're very antisocial.
All right, I'm gonna take what? I just heard what he said in my head. I was gonna say, yeah, listen to the dude who's never been to Japan, doesn't really know anyone from Japan. Take his advice on what Japan is like.
In Japan, they're very work-centric. They're very antisocial.
Yeah, coming
They're
from you.
very different. The populace of Japan is incredibly different from the populace of North America. Their whole culture is different. So to them, to spend time and money on a game with virtual girls and relationships is normalized because a lot of them don't have time in their lives for the real relationship. They're having a big problem in Japan.
Okay.
With having people have real family units and having a kids and stuff. I don't have time for that. Right? Why do you think they have a whole normalized culture of go to a cafe and pay a person to have a conversation with you and flirt with you? Even though you know that's not ever going to turn into something romantic or real, but you pay for it anyway.
I mean, I think I know what he's trying to say, but what he factually just stated contradicts itself. He says people don't have time to hang out with a relationship girl, but they can have time to go hang out with a hostess girl. So his own little argument there contradicts itself. He's like in a loop there.
Because their culture is different. That doesn't mean it's good. It just means it's popular.
Doesn't mean it's bad either.
Is it even good for humanity as a whole? I would argue no. It would be better for those people to seek out real meaningful relationships in their lives and have a work-life balance where they can actually have a family rather than to dump a bunch of money into a waifu game. And then
champions. Huh.
Say, well, I'm too busy to have a real woman in my life or a real man in my life because what do they call husbando? Is that the other?
Yeah, utterly insane. Yeah, I made a video about that. He literally paid for Kat to fly out to Washington in several occasions. Yeah, there was 3 separate occasions where he flew her out for a week. And then I have a theory that there was one time before that he flew her out for a day. But yeah, I have a video about that. Shill, plug. It's on my channel. I have a video. Secret girlfriend.
The male equivalent is husbando, and
I know all about that.
Waifu or whatever. So I feel like that's just not healthy for humanity. It doesn't matter if it's popular. It's what they do over there because their culture is different. But that doesn't mean their culture is better. It doesn't even mean their culture is okay. You know? How can you tell me that a virtual thing is better than something that's real? I just don't understand.
But nobody's arguing that too. That's what's ridiculous here because nobody is saying that. Nobody has argued that a virtual relationship is better than a real relationship. That's not even what the video is about. The video is about, right now, the video is talking about the differences between like the fan service style stuff in Japanese games versus American games. That's all the video is mentioning right now. Nobody is fucking arguing against you right now.
It doesn't even mean their culture's okay. You know?
Nobody's
How can you
talking
tell
about
me
the culture.
that a virtual thing is better than something that's real? I just don't understand that, you know? And again, why are these games popular? Because they're predatory.
What?
Because they know that the culture's different over there.
Champions?
They know that the people are so heavy into work, no real time for real life. So then this is their solution. This is not a solution.
This argument is really dumb too. It's really dumb because he's done this before talking about the differences between American culture and Japanese culture. And he shits on Japanese culture because they like boobies and they like anime girls. But Phil, what about American games? They're all so gory. They're gory and stuff, right? There's a lot of violence. Is that because Americans like violence and they're very violent and that means it's better? Why is it better? I don't know. But he implies that it is. Like the American way is okay and the Japanese way is not okay. Just because he grew up in America. I don't know. I really don't know.
This is a way for you to prey upon that populace.
Like you look at every American game, there's got to be like guns in it. You're shooting somebody. It's got to be like a thing like that. I don't know. Why? Is it better? Is it worse? I'm not arguing for one or the other, but I'm just trying to point out this dude's logic with this. He shits on the Japanese style culture of liking anime and hostess clubs and stuff. But never like says that about his own culture.
And to get filthy rich off of sad people who don't have time for real human connections. It's fucked up in my
fucking
opinion.
based.
And
It's
he's like,
based,
oh, well,
dude.
you just don't understand. No, I do understand. I just don't agree with it. Okay?
I don't know. I don't think you
Character
understand.
development in Eastern games is shallow makes me laugh. Do you know how many role-playing games exist specifically to deeply develop relationships between the player and the NPCs?
And why? But why? And why is that okay? It's a fucking video game. You shouldn't be getting a deep relationship with a video game character.
Why not though? Like that's so dumb to me also, because it's like you watch a movie, right? And a good movie will make you feel something for the characters. You can empathize with it. You can relate to it. You can feel bad for people. People love movies. It inspires people. I don't fucking know. Like this is so dumb to say you shouldn't get a relationship with a character. Why not? What if I really like the character? Like I can just say that. So my point was, you shouldn't be killing people in video games. Like why? What gives me the right to even say that? Why do I even think that's the correct opinion? I don't even know. It's weird. It's weird to try and gatekeep. Someone posted in the chat, Baldur's gated community. Like this dude's trying to gatekeep on what you should and shouldn't be doing in video games. It's really fucking weird, and it just has to do with romance. Because of something with Cat. Ever since Cat went there, he became really weird about it. I don't know.
Have it with a real person.
Have it
It's
with a
little
real
different.
person. I don't get it, because again, it's like it's art, quote unquote, right? It's one of those. It's like video games. It's one of those kind of things. I guess you could argue for that. So I don't see what the problem is.
I acknowledge there are a bunch of dating sims that have flimsy character building so the player can quickly get to the action, as it were. But there are tons and tons of games in Japan that are all about fleshing out characters the player wants to build relationships with and the development of that relationship. Like, that's the entire game. So, I have a hard time believing that just because something looks anime and has adult content, it's automatically cheap. Finally, we need to discuss the issue of lowest common denominator when it comes to these games, because this is the harshest and most unfair judgment of all. When it comes to not only gaming, but pretty much any form of media in the West, especially...
What is this game? This game is ridiculous, dude.
Big boobed women.
Big black butt. Big juicy butt.
Jesus
in the United
Christ.
States, public acknowledgement of sexuality of any kind is shamed immediately. I mean, geez, I'm running a massive risk right now just bringing up the concept of mature content in media. I'd actually be surprised if this video doesn't get labeled as not ad-friendly. The only reason we felt like we could even do this in the first place is because it's sponsored. Now, tell me it isn't.
I guess because that was the game. That was actually smart. He partnered. He wanted to talk about the topic, and he was able to partner it in with a sponsorship. So if he gets demonetized, he still made. That was actually smart. I'll give this guy smart points on that. He did a smart thing there.
I don't want your smart points, dude.
In any sort of
you don't
public
want smart
forum,
points from this
Any form
guy.
of discussion on that level is seen automatically as taboo, inappropriate, and apparently completely not ad-friendly. But when it comes to violence, blood,
Yay! He's making the point that I was gonna make.
perfectly acceptable.
This I will absolutely agree with.
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
Phil.
Why is it that extreme gore?
Okay,
right?
relax. No,
is
that's
totally
not
okay.
Okay, it's not extreme
in society,
gore.
but
he already ruined the point.
You know, every time that you
Wait, what do you mean okay and what?
Right? Is totally okay in society.
It's not okay in society.
But you know, every time that you get to the sexual side of things, that's bad. It's either one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Or you find the medium. But why is it that the gore is allowed? There's so many shows on TV right now with people being beheaded, shot, murdered, cut apart, right?
Again, he's not realizing his own opinion because he's talking about culture, Japanese versus American. It's just a difference in culture. It's just a difference in the way things are in different parts of the world. Like swearing and nudity are like a taboo in American shit. But obviously it's not, it's on a different scale in Japan. It's just different. It's skewed differently. That's all it is. And for some reason, one is okay and one isn't.
And they're not even
according to this dude,
considered taboo. That's just fine. But then when it gets to anything that comes to sexual, it's like, oh my God, 18 plus, super adult. That is a weird thing, I would say, in our culture. I don't understand it. It's a head scratcher for me.
Is it?
One is allowed and the other isn't. I think
is it though? Because you never complain about one and you always complain about the other. So that's what I find this hard to believe. Because it's always the Japanese one that's wrong. It's factually wrong in his head. he considers it a fact that it's wrong, but he never says anything about the other one just because he grew up in it. So it's almost like you shouldn't say one is wrong. It just depends on where you grew up and what you think. I don't
They're
fucking
both.
know.
It's either both or neither.
Right.
Not one is okay, the other isn't. They're both considered mature for adults. So I don't get that.
Seen as something mature, but not inappropriate in particular circumstances. Other places like Japan, on the other hand, almost uniformly censors extreme violence like graphic dismemberment, disemboweling, and intense gore.
Both.
Even in some of the country's most violent scenes of popular games and shows, the graphic nature of intense violence is either inferred or artistically censored. Honestly, if you look at it from their perspective, it wouldn't be too hard to believe that we are the shallow ones taking such pronounced joy in death and violence.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing.
Shut up, DSP. You don't agree with that.
Judge the other because it's all about cultural perception. No
All right, he's almost done here. He's going to talk over it.
Our beliefs,
We'll get his in conclusion, and then we got one more
morals,
thing.
and culture will always define our perceptions differently. But that doesn't mean we as a species are doomed to prejudices. If we collectively could stop, listen, and think about these things from the opposite perspective, I think this would be a far smaller issue. We don't necessarily have to agree on everything. However, I think we would be far better off understanding both sides of the argument in order to find resolution. But thanks for watching, everyone.
I listen. I've said this many times too.
Yeah, what have you said?
If someone
those Japanese
likes that kind of content, then
those
more power
fucking
to them.
Japanese.
But I will say this, right?
Look at this lie right here.
Likes that kind of content, then more power to them.
More power to them. You said before that they shouldn't be looking for relationships. You shouldn't get attached to a character in a game. That's what he said. The fuck you mean more power to you? You're trying to gatekeep it.
But I will say this, right?
Right.
If you partake in this kind of mature gaming content, and that is the extent of that in your life, meaning you don't seek out a meaningful relationship with another human because you're literally spending all your time and money dumping it into that.
And then he goes to the extreme. Like, no shit, if you're obsessed with video games that it's affecting the rest of your life, then yeah, it has nothing to do with the fucking mature content, dumbass. It has nothing to do with that. That's like you being obsessed with the video game. No shit, if you're at the extreme end of it, it should be changed. You dumb fuck.
That is sad.
Like, I don't get it, why he brings up the extreme, because that's not the case, but he shits on everyone as if they're at the extreme. Like, if you enjoy, you shouldn't be looking for love or you shouldn't get attached to a character.
That, you have ample opportunity to have a real life situation. There's more than enough people on this planet that there's someone for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shut up.
And if you just actively choose that over the real, that's sad. I'm not going to sit here and judge anyone.
Are you kidding me? What did you just say a sentence ago?
Over the real, that's sad. I'm not going to sit here and judge anyone.
Okay. Yeah. Make that make sense, please.
What do you mean by that?
Make that make sense. I don't know.
And say, oh, shame on you for...
You did do that. You said you shouldn't be doing this.
Liking your waifus and husbandos. But at the same time, at some point in your life, you would think you're going to get old enough, you're going to mature up and say it's time for the real thing.
As if age determines you being attached to characters. Like, I don't... Like, his argument is so fucking dumb. Crying over fucking Spider-Man NPCs. Spider-Man? Now, some of you know how much I fucking hate those games, but, like, Spider-Man NPCs? Are you kidding me? Why is that okay? How old are you? How old are you crying over fucking Spider-Man NPCs? But apparently, age will determine when you'll stop being attached to fictional characters. I don't even fucking know. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Shame on you for liking your waifus and husbandos.
Get the fuck out of here,
but
bro.
At the same time, at some point in your life, you would think you're going to get old enough, you're going to mature up and say it's time for the real thing. Right? But at the same time, too, people who revel in the violent shit, too, I think is fucked up. Like, there's some people who are so into like, gore and horror and stuff, and I don't understand that either. Listen,
bro, people who are so into gore are probably, like, locked up. Like, what? That's so dumb. You can't... I don't know.
There's some people who are so into, like, gore and horror and stuff, and I don't understand that either. Listen, I like a good slasher flick, right? But I'm not going to sit there. My whole hobby existence
Again,
is to be super
another extreme.
absorbed in gore and horror and dismemberment and demons and monsters
Right.
and fucked up satanic shit.
I don't get it. How does it go from gore to satanic shit? What the fuck is this? What are you saying? What are you actually saying right now?
Some people are like that too. It's like, if everything in life, there's got to be this happy medium, right?
Like, of course, if you're the extreme of something, it's probably not healthy because you're obsessed with it. But he shit talks people who enjoy watching anime. Kat was toxified from liking anime. When she first showed up, she loved anime. And then when he questioned her now about anime, she made a face and says, I hate anime. With no clarification on why her opinion changed so harshly. There was no clarification. He toxified the subject. But then he fucking fence sits like this talking about extremes. Like, no shit, if you're on the extreme, it's probably not healthy. But you lump everyone in the same category. You do what you accuse other people of doing to you. And that's the problem with this dude. Like, people don't like him because of that. You shouldn't like relationships in games. And then now he's trying to fence it.
The balance.
Like, he gatekeeps on one side and then pretends that he never said that on the other.
In life, moderation. I think the problem isn't that this exists.
Fuck
The
outta
problem is that it becomes so predominant in certain cultures. In Japanese culture, this kind of mature content gaming is so predominant. But then it's
like, that doesn't mean anything either, because in American culture, the mature content is also very prevalent. Look at like God of War. Look at all the big games that come out. Look at all the big movies that come out. It's just a different kind of thing because the culture is different. I don't know what you mean by saying it's so prevalent. I really don't know.
Expense of real life
I'm
relationships.
sorry.
And
This is a big rant from me, but like, it's so fucking ridiculous what he's saying.
That's the sad part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, listen, the other thing you always, I need to say this, people should respect other people's opinions on it, all right? I don't necessarily agree with this guy.
What? Hold on.
To say this, people should respect other people's opinions on it.
And then he's trying to speak, like, he acts like he's an authority. He says some weird bullshit, like, one way. He's factually against Japanese culture. Then he tries to fence it. Then he talks about extremes, and then he says you have to respect others' opinions. Like, no, bitch, I don't have to respect your opinion. I don't have to respect anything you say. What do you mean? Like, I think you're factually dumb, bro. Like, I don't give a shit about what you say.
All right?
I mean, I obviously do, but you know what I mean.
I don't necessarily agree with this guy, but I'm also not going to hate on him. I'm not going to call him a loser. I'm not going to be a
You're a
jerk
loser,
about it, right?
You're a fucking loser,
If someone's
bro.
into it, fine.
Shut up,
if
bitch.
If you choose not to be into
fucking
it, that's
slur, man.
also
Get
fine.
the fuck outta here.
Everyone should have the ability to make the decision for themselves. What irks me is that people make judgments on people based on this stuff. Hell!
More contradictions. More contradictions. He is what he says other people do.
What irks me is that people make judgments on people based on this stuff. So don't think this guy's a loser. At the same time, don't get on my case because when I'm playing a video game, I don't feel like partaking in that kind of content.
That's not what you say. See, that's the problem. This fucking lying sack of shit right here. This is a problem. You don't do this, though.
Don't get on my case because when I'm playing a video game, I don't feel like partaking in that kind of content.
That's not what you say. You don't say like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to romance this lady. You don't do that. You shit on people that do it. That's the difference, you fucking lying sack of shit, man. Like, he pretends he's someone he's not. That's his whole fucking life, is pretending that he's a person that he's not. Because you don't do that.
Listen, that's makes me uncomfortable that I'm playing a video game and there's...
Look, and then he's gonna do it now. He's gonna do it now. He's gonna do it now. He's gonna shit on the romance. He's gonna act like it's the worst thing ever.
That kind of content.
Are
Listen,
you kidding?
That's makes me uncomfortable that I'm playing a video game and there's a romance option. Like, I don't want to do a fucking romantic thing in front of a live audience. That's weird. That would be like watching a movie, a rated R sexual movie, with family members in the room. I don't want to do that either. You know what I'm saying? So...
how is that like family? How? It's more akin to watching a movie with a sex scene in a movie theater. That's what it's more like. Which people do. There's movie theaters, and then they watch fucking, I don't know, Dune or something. And if you guys know Dune, there should be a part coming up that's gonna, you know, have stuff. And then, like, they're in the movie theater. Like, what? Like, it's in the movie theater. How is that, like, with family?
I don't want to have an audience for that. If you choose to do that stuff privately, that's fine. But understand people's choices and reasons for not partaking in content. You know what I'm saying? So
Derek
don't
loves
judge
Dune.
people on it either.
Hey, Len, welcome.
Maybe that's
sorry, I wasn't listening.
Choices and reasons for not partaking in content. You know what I'm saying? So don't judge people on it either.
Don't judge people.
Maybe that's one of the problems. Maybe the difference is if you choose to partake in this content and you do it privately, who gives a shit? But what about people who make it all about, oh my God, look, I got fucking posters of it all over. I wear clothes with the boobs hanging out and shit.
What?
You know, on the anime character on my shirt. And it's like, what? Why is your whole life, why is your fucking anime avatar on everything you do?
I don't know, bro. Why do you wear Street Fighter shirts? Why do you wear Mario shirts? Why do you make your whole life about video games? Why did you buy gaming posters? Why do you hang up gaming posters behind you? Why does it say game over? Isn't this the same bullshit? Like, isn't this the same thing? Honestly. For real. Like, no joke. Just because it's anime. Imagine if it was an anime that I really liked watching, and I have anime posters behind me on my stream, and I wear anime shirts of the thing that I like. Why is it different when it's gaming? Why is it different when it's Street Fighter? I don't fucking know. Why is this bad?
With the boobs hanging out and shit.
Because there's boobs hanging out. Yes, Blanca's naked shirt, his green muscles on my shirt is better. Somehow Blanca's naked fucking body on my shirt is better than boobs covered up cleavage on my shirt. Somehow. Like, why is that different?
Choose to partake in this content and you do it privately, who gives a shit? But what about people who make it all about, oh my God, look, I got fucking posters of it all over. I wear clothes with the boobs hanging out and shit.
Yeah, like Blanca's tits are straight up hanging out. Muscle flexing, all that shit hanging out. Why is that okay on your t-shirt?
You know, on the anime character on my shirt. And it's like, what? Why is your whole life, why is your fucking anime avatar on everything you do?
Like implying as if you have an anime poster and an anime show of something you like, that means it's your whole life. Like, get the fuck out of here. What do you mean? Well, people can't like things. And then he's gatekeeping right now. He's straight up gatekeeping after trying to fence sit and after saying don't judge people.
Really?
He's not going to judge
Coming
people.
from the guy who burst on May 1st on camera.
Tower Dragon, thank you for the 2. Yeah, bro, what were you watching? Is that what your whole life is about? Fuck, like, thank you, dude.
Like, you realize that's not who you are, right? You're not an anime.
Know.
You're a real...
What? You're not... You're not... Thank you, Phil. I really needed you to tell me this. Thank you.
...on everything you do. Like, you realize that's not who you are, right? You're not an anime.
You're not anime. Thank you. I thought I was, man. You got me. I'm sorry. Thank you for waking me up.
You're a real person. Time to wake up. It gets to the point of obsession, right? Sometimes these people, they think they're like virtual animated characters.
Yeah, and then this. He goes to the extreme. Like, bro, you said you weren't gonna judge people. How is having posters and a t-shirt making it your entire life? I don't get it. I'm lost.
No, you're not.
I'll let him cook.
You're not. That's not who you are. You're a real human on planet Earth. You don't live in anime land. But some people are crazy. They think they do.
Right.
Okay. Let's continue.
You see that?
Let's see what the next video
That's what he does. That's what he does. He lumps everyone in together. Just like when he says people do that about him. He lumps it. They all say all the negative things and they assume that I do it. And they believe like it's fact. Like, bro, you're assuming everyone who likes anime or anime girls is an extremist who has no life and makes their entire life about it. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's ridiculous. I hate his opinion about this too, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're done with that. We'll check out a bit of this. It's the pre-stream from yesterday. I won't stick around for his pre-stream today, but maybe tomorrow we'll watch it. And okay.
Good morning, everybody. Phil here. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast for what is Sunday.
I'm gonna open the transcript and we're gonna skip through bullshit.
The 28th of January, 2024. We are in the final few days of the month. New releases are out. We're heading full swing into 2024, and it's gaming goodness. And
yeah, Anime Land is more realistic than a reality where Phil did nothing wrong. Exactly, Len. Thank you for being here, man. That's a great chat post.
We got some interesting and important stuff to talk about this morning.
You know, I'm going to catch you all up on how things went on the streams yesterday with both the continuation of the plot of Like a Dragon Infinite
Right,
Wealth.
we're already
going to
skip. I'm looking for a
going through the
skip.
narrative-based story mode called, I think, The Dark Arises or The Dark Awakens. You know, real talk here. When I started on YouTube 15 years ago, and even over the course of the last decade, it used to be that maybe you would see 2 or 3 major RPGs in a year, if that, okay? Perfect example. I remember, you know, years ago, looking at Dragon Quest XI. And at that point, it was a big decision for me. I was like, man, should this be a game that I play or not? Because I've never played a Dragon Quest game on my YouTube channels. There hasn't actually been a mainstream one that's released. And, you know, we talked about it. And ultimately said, let's take a chance on it. And listen, it didn't do that well as a daytime stream game. We did play it at several daytime streams. But mostly, it worked as a late night session
Hey,
game.
Alice. Welcome.
And it ended up taking forever. Like, I remember the game being over 80 hours because essentially it's 2 stories in one.
All right, I'm already bored. We're going to skip ahead.
Game to have...
Oh my god. He's talking about Japanese... Okay, hold on.
Almost 2 completely different...
He's about to get into Japanese culture shit again.
Different plot lines in it. But when I finished it, I told you guys that was one of the most meaningful... relaxing, interactive playthroughs I had ever done. Like, I was so happy that I'd taken the time to go through that game at a slow pace and enjoy it for what it was with a live audience. That it was so different than back in the day when I used to play RPGs for myself. To have that live audience was meaningful, right?
Snort.
But the thing is, I'm a live streamer. I'm a variety live streamer.
Oh my god.
I'm not just the RPG guy, right? I mean, I'm definitely not. I think that when I play these kind of games, I hate to say it, but I'm going to be honest. Sadly, I don't think tons of people come out to watch me play RPGs. Now, there's exceptions. I would say that Western RPGs, okay? The ones that are not as Japanese-centric.
Japanese-centric, by the way. Hey, Ice. Welcome.
The ones that are more, and a lot of times, action-based, okay? As opposed to, like, slow turn-based or heavy narrative. The ones that have more action to them. Those tend to at least get a decent amount of people invested and interested who come out and will check out every stream, engage, and support. Okay? But it seems like when I go for the straight-up JRPG style, right? The old-school, turn-based, long, drawn-out narrative, lots of dialogue and cutscenes, and especially if it's very Japanese-centric when it comes to the culture, right?
The culture.
Those seem to be the ones that, for me, just don't do as well. Now, I'm not saying they tank and no one shows up. I'm just saying you can see a distinct difference between me playing a JRPG versus a Western action-based RPG on my streams. Just some examples here. Compare over the last several years when I've played games such as Fallout New Vegas, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, or Oblivion, all right? Or recently, Baldur's Gate 3, right? Compare that to me, say, playing any Yakuza game. You know, I just played the Yakuza Like a Dragon, or I should say Like a Dragon Gaiden, or a Judgment game.
What's his point?
Or hell, even a Persona
People don't
game,
give him money?
Or you know what I'm saying? Or Final Fantasy, a classic Final Fantasy, like when we played Final Fantasy V last year, right? Direct comparison, apples to apples, which you should be, it's not even the same. You'll definitely get a bigger crowd, more engagement and interest and support for the Western games. Now, you might argue various reasons why, right?
Let's
and that's
see your
fine,
reasons.
because I actually have a few theories of my own. But the truth is, the why doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter why more people come to watch me play Western RPGs.
They must be xenophobic, dude.
What matters is...
Wait, did he just say apples to
What is
oranges? Wait. Is that what he said? Hold on.
Mean for the future of JRPGs on this channel. Because
he said
Fantasy
apples
V
to
last
apples.
year, right? Direct comparison, apples to apples. I love them.
Yeah, he said apples.
Okay? I grew up playing JRPGs because there were no Western RPGs when I was growing up, at least on console. Like maybe they were very PC-centric in the 90s.
PC-centric, like
Final
Baldur's Gate.
Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger.
Like, bro, that's so dumb. Like, he realized what he said, and then he instantly has to change it. Like,
Earthbound.
There were no RPGs when I was growing up. Shut the fuck up. What?
Wild Arms, okay? Suikoden. Like, these were classic series that I grew up playing that I loved. And
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I see Heather P. Yeah. He got it wrong.
Turn-based stuff. And, you know, I grew up playing that, and I love that style. And that's why today when I jump into a new game like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, right? Or Sea of Stars. And I see a lot of people come by and give it a shot. I'm like, oh, I can't take it. It's too slow. It's too boring. It's too this or that. And I'm like, but this is what I'm used to. This is what I grew up playing. I love
Doesn't mean other people have to like it, though.
Sea of Stars, which implements so many gameplay elements from classic RPGs of my youth. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that has refined upon its formula from the last game and made it something better and different in this sequel, right?
Yeah, I never understand these complaints when he compares games to other games and viewerships and engagement, because if people liked you, they would show up. If people actually enjoyed watching you, they wouldn't care what you're playing as much. Like, they would just kind of want to hear what you have to say and hang out with you, you know?
I love it.
But the problem is he doesn't have that kind of community. So, I don't know. But it's the game's fault.
Sadly, it doesn't seem to resonate with most of my audience. Case in point, right now I'm juggling a few different games. This week, the new releases are Tekken 8 and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. My first stream of Tekken 8 on Friday.
Isn't Sea of Stars Western? Yeah, it's from Canada.
Night went really well. High views. The videos here on YouTube have already done good. I think they've got a couple thousand views on them. Each for King and Paul, which is good to see that people are excited for these new fighting game. And hell, even yesterday when I played the story mode of Tekken 8, was I expecting much? Honestly, no. I wasn't expecting a lot. I didn't know how it was gonna go.
Because, like, what does that even mean? I wasn't expecting much. What? Why? You expect the tip skull, right? That's why the goal is there. That's what you expect. That's what you want.
And we had a decent amount of people.
Whatever.
And, the views aren't superb or anything on YouTube, but fighting games are primarily known for its competitive nature, not for playing a narrative-based story mode. But even then, it did pretty good. And compare it to Like a Dragon, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, that first stream, as soon as we started playing the game, a bunch of people left, and
why would you
support and engagement died off.
Why would you do
from
this?
400 viewers down to almost like barely 300 on the premiere stream, okay? And last night wasn't much better. In fact, it was worse. Last night we had even less.
Damn.
And
why is he doing this? Auditing these people? Like, what? You want me to feel bad? You want me to, like, what? I don't get it.
Almost no support at all.
Is this supposed to make people come by and support? I don't get it, bro. This is the dumbest thing ever.
On the stream. Probably one of my deadest streams in a long, long time for a brand new release. All right? Now, again, we can argue the why. And I think one of the major reasons for that is because we just played a Like a Dragon game in Gaiden.
Right.
And that game was over the course of December and a little bit of January, right? And that was kind of a necessary game to play because it bridges the gap between the last one and this one, and it shows you what happened in the interim with the character Kazuma Kiryu and why he's a part of this game.
Kiryu.
But I do feel like the timing, sadly, was just not good. They should have had that game come out earlier in the year. And when you say, well, why didn't they do that? Well, probably two reasons. Number one, because they already had another one in Like a Dragon Ishin, which was just a re-release of an older game, modernized, right?
This is all just cope.
And, you can say, well, they probably wanted to polish Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth a little more or whatever, which is fine.
Like, I'm going to skip this topic because none of this should even matter. Like I said, if people like you and they want to hang out with you and your streams and they think you're entertaining, they think you're funny, the games don't matter as much. They really don't. If you just want to have a fun stream, like, why? You notice how this dude never says, like, oh, that was such a fun stream yesterday. Like, I fucking loved what we were doing. And when Mr. Man 302 showed up and said that funny joke, like, it was so fun. Like, never. There's never anything like that. It's always views. It's always money. He treats these people like he's working at a fucking factory. They're an assembly line of viewers. They come in and they go out. And that's all these people are. It's just money. He doesn't actually care about any of this. None of this even fucking matters, bro. I'm going to fast forward.
And then you will fast forward back to the present, and then the story continues again from there.
All right,
January for Q&A sessions. And those were fun, but you can only answer scenes. And we're not even in Hawaii yet. All right? Now, I mean,
he's about to talk about his wife right now.
Matters even worse.
His wife, I mean. I'm sorry.
My wife. As you guys know, I told you about the fact that my wife wants to do co-op gameplay with me, right? And she appeared on my stream twice over the month of January for
Yeah, I'm gonna X to doubt on that. Wants to do co-op gameplay? I don't even think she wants to do that. I really don't even think so. I think he wore her down enough for her to just say yes. Because the way he talks to her and the way they talk to each other, she is just him. I think, like, he toxified that girl so much, man.
Q&A sessions, and those were fun, but you can only answer so many questions before you start to get a little bored, and that's what happened is that second Q&A session, by the end of it, the questions were getting repetitive.
I was saying this, like, to do that, my girlfriend behind the scenes, like, behind the scenes. But why don't they just play like Mario Kart? Instead of like doing only a Q&A where you sit there and you read tips and read questions, why the fuck don't you just play Mario Kart or something? Play it for an hour and a half. Just sit there and play, look at chat in between races, if there's any questions, like just have fun. Why, like, I don't understand why he put her in that position again, to be able to even read chat. Just fucking play Mario Kart or something. Like, just do that and read chat as it comes in when you have time to read it. Do something fun. Look like a couple for once or something. It's so fucking awkward, man.
We were starting to lose interest in doing it because it was getting kind
like
of
Mario
boring.
Party
like, well,
or something.
The next time Cat comes on stream will be when we unlock this cool mode in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that's called Dondoko.
And then like the fucking gameplay he's gonna do with her is like a Yakuza mini game. Like a fucking mini game in a Yakuza game is the first co-op thing. Like why? Why? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. It's, I don't know. I really don't understand it. Just play Mario Kart.
I'm starting to remember what it's called. Dondoko Island.
Dondoko.
And what Dondoko Island is basically their take on like Animal Crossing,
Don DeMarco,
or any other game with a virtual community. They're calling it the Resort Island. You build,
like, comparing it to Animal Crossing. Why don't you just fucking play Animal Crossing together? I don't fucking get it. Show us your island. Give us a tour.
Do it to them.
I don't understand this whole cat co-op thing.
People are telling me, Phil, I wish you did more boardroom content with your viewers. We love being treated like employees who aren't generating dollar.
Yeah, people are saying, Phil, I wish you did more boardroom content with your viewers. Yeah, thank you, YouTube commenter, for the 5, dude. They love being audited and feeling guilty for not showing up. Hello, people that are currently watching me. You don't watch me enough.
Build businesses and you build buildings and you recruit people to live there or work there. You decorate it yourself. You build,
like, why don't they play Pal World together or some bullshit? I don't understand this fucking dude. Business degree, by the way.
In this island, and it's a whole other thing to itself, right? And the reviewers who've played it.
And then on top of it all, like, why does he feel the need to even force her on his channel? Like, how long has he been telling us she's not a part of his content? She shouldn't be a part of his content. She doesn't need to be a part of his content. And then now it's trying to force her in where, in places where it's so fucking dumb. Why in a Yakuza game, in a mini game, in a Yakuza game? Like, why? I don't know.
Are actually saying...
it's like layers of stupidity.
It's super duper good. Like, they love it. But the thing is, someone like yesterday came to my stream and they're like, so just so you know, because we know you wanted to do this, 22 hours. I said, huh? They said, I played the game for 22 hours and I just unlocked Dondoko Island. And I was like, what? You played over, because the game's roughly around 100 hours long is what people are saying. You had to play over a fifth of the game to unlock this minigame? Like, what on earth? Again,
what does it matter?
Pacing.
Who cares?
Pacing seems to be a huge problem.
Why? Who gives a shit? Like, DSP, most people aren't gonna do that. It's for people that like the game. They're gonna play. Dude, I loved Yakuza 0, the cabaret minigame. I got hooked. And I 100%ed that shit. I loved it. But most people aren't gonna do that. That's just like, who cares? It's for people that like it.
Today.
I don't know.
How do these game directors not understand how to pace a game properly?
That's not what pacing is.
Why not
dude.
have the fun minigame open up within the first few hours of the game?
Because if you have the fun minigame open up in the first few hours, and then you get addicted to it, the first few hours of the game can just be you playing that game, the minigame. Maybe then you won't play the game ever again. I don't know. DSP, that's so dumb. I don't know. Whatever.
Why do you have to wait over 20 hours of gameplay to get to it? So now, here's the thing. I was planning on having this fun co-op with my wife, and we even were planning. I didn't even show you guys.
Oh my God,
right
great.
Here,
What'd you buy?
This week I bought the headphone splitter cable. So when, we're going to do co-op gameplay, I just plug this into the Xbox controller. This will split headphones, so I'll still have my neck phones, and my wife can use her own headphones.
Why does she need headphones?
So we both have audio.
Why?
Right? And we could do this fun co-op of building our island community together and doing all. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to be making choices together, probably, going back and forth about.
Nice. About snorting.
What we want to see on the island and how it's going to affect stuff. Because that's the thing. Like, ultimately, we don't know. How will setting up this island affect stuff? Do you earn currency for the game? Do you unlock stuff in?
Did he also buy a chair? Because why did he buy a chair? He has chairs in his storage nook. So if he bought a chair, like he was saying he was, that's pretty
the game? Like, how does it work? Obviously, there's got to be a reason to do it. It's not just there to do it. It must have some kind of a payoff in the game. And if we're going to do it together, that's really cool. But the problem now is, I want you to think about this.
What?
I played 3 hours on launch day. I played 2.5 hours last night. We're playing another 3 hours on Monday, and likely one more night stream by the end of the week. So by the end of this week, 4 separate streams I played of the game will be between 10 and 12 hours into it.
Yeah, that's not the game's fault. That's a you problem. Is he going to talk about shortening the pre-stream thing? Because that seems to be all the feedback. During every single feedback thing, I think he's gotten at least one thing that says shorten the pre-stream. And his response is always no. And I agree. Just drop it altogether. I don't even think he should have one. Why? What is even the point? It's not a podcast. You don't have anything to talk about. And like it would give him things to talk about during gameplay, because I've seen him play shit live. It's so boring. It's so bad. He doesn't talk at all. It would give you things to talk about. You would have topics, put a bullet point list, and when it starts to get silent and you're not saying anything, just take one of the topics to talk. That's all you got to do. The news segments, just write them down. Say them later. There's no point to have the podcast.
10 and 12 hours into it.
And then you would get more gameplay. Instead of doing this and sitting here and playing music for like an hour, and then the podcast for hour 50, and then stalling, going to the bath, all that shit, you would get like 2 hours more of gameplay a day. At least. Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
So now I play another.
This dude used to brag that he's like the only streamer that streams consistently 7 hours or 6 hours of gameplay a day. 4 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night. And all of a sudden, I don't even know when it happened. Can someone explain to me when it happened? All of a sudden, it became 3 hours in the morning. Why did it become 3 hours in the morning to start playing games? Like, he only streams 3 hours of gameplay in the morning. Why? Why did that change?
Another week. What am I then now? 15 to 20 hours into it. I gotta play another week.
He used to brag. That was a bragging point that he had.
3 weeks in, I might finally unlock Dondoko Island.
Yeah, the podcast, but he used to do the same shit before. He just didn't call it a podcast. He used to also just talk to his audience for an hour and a half. Why did it go from 4 to 3 hours? I don't even know.
3 fucking weeks in. I hate to say it, but this stuff, man, it's just
something he kind of did, I guess. Like, it just happened. All of a sudden, it just happened.
This is stressful to me.
It's stressful.
I'm gonna open up to you guys a little bit right now.
Uh-oh.
All right?
Please don't.
This is fucking stressful to me. Because I have to figure out what works and what doesn't on my streams. I have to balance gameplay so that there's variety and it's not too much of the same thing over and over. I have to make sure that I'm appeasing different crowds that are going to come by different times and watch, and people who are going to be engaged with the content I put out and support it. I need to make sure all of that is happening. Okay? And by the way, thank you for quite a few people right here have already contributed.
Yeah, I guess Devilish Face.
As you know,
good point.
I do shout outs at the end of the show. I want you to know I'm grateful for those who are contributing right now because of all this stuff going on right now. Anything is very appreciated. Thank you for that. So, basically,
let's see. What's up?
just looking at this business and streams and my schedule and everything, this is tough because I got to figure out what goes where, right? Right now, I'm in the midst of a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough.
So at first, he's just like me for real. And now he's like the budgeting meme. The budgeting meme where it's like, I spent $200 on food, $150 on internet, $9,000 on Pokemon cards, and then like $200 on utility bills. Please help me budget. That's you with the podcast. Now you're a different meme. That's you with the podcast. I spend 2 hours on a podcast, 3 hours on gameplay, an hour on stalling time, going to the bathroom. Please help me budget and figure out my time on my stream. Like, bro, just drop the fucking podcast.
So every time I play the game, people show up and engage.
It's that simple, man.
So people want Baldur's Gate 3 to continue. And I told you
maybe
guys,
instead of waking up at like 11, you wake up at like 9. And then you could stream earlier.
This particular week, there's not going to be a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 because I need to focus on the releases. But that it would come back into the stream schedule major way next week, and we would figure that out, right? So we've already got another RPG vying for stream time that people want to see, right? And then you bring in this one. It's just rough, man. You know, it's like, what do we do?
It's rough.
How do we juggle?
It's
How do we
been
make
tough.
this work? The thing is, you know, immediately people would just say, well then, just put Like a Dragon at night. Just have Like a Dragon be night streams. I'm okay with that. If we did it, let's say we did it 3 times a week.
Okay,
So
we're
it's 6
moving on.
hours of gameplay a week. Well, it's going to take us 2-3 months to beat it, but I'm okay with that. All right, I understand. We just played a Like a Dragon guiding game back in December, January that took a long time to get through, and I totally get it. You know, I understand. But at the same time, if we do that.
All right, we're moving on.
Anyway,
really, thank you.
Hey, Determined.
Just no, pointing finger, superhero.
Fucking based.
We out here, Determined. I know. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the tip.
You see the point I'm making.
All right,
We
move
need to
on.
figure this out.
Okay,
because
move on.
right now I'm in a situation where I know people are interested in Tekken. I'm interested in Tekken. I can't wait to play more Tekken. We're going to be doing it tonight. I'm going to tell you the schedule in a second.
So look, 2 minutes later, he says the same thing. 2 minutes later, he says almost exactly the same thing.
So anyway, what we really need to figure out.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Look, I'm not even joking. It's almost literally the same thing.
So anyway, you see the point I'm making. We need to figure this out.
It's almost the same thing. What?
So anyway, what we really need to figure out.
That's 2 minutes later.
Okay?
Okay.
Is we need to figure out how we're going to do this.
Okay.
And how it's going to continue. Because already for the month of February coming up, right? There's not that much else going on. You got a Suicide Squad game that all reports are the game is atrociously bad. At best, it's going to be a co-op looter shooter that's kind of similar to other stuff, just with more story elements from Rocksteady.
At best, that seems
right.
like
But
what people
Suicide
like,
Squad
I
is
guess.
fucking obnoxious. I hate them. I don't think they're good characters at all. I think it's a shitty idea to make 2 movies and a fucking video game about it to begin with. I don't think anyone's asking for Suicide Squad. They're just so off base. These fucking people. Oh, I love the idea of Suicide Squad. Dude, fucking
Who said
people
that?
are tired of this shit.
Okay.
They don't want it again. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if people are saying they love it, then that means people aren't tired of it. Whatever.
It's
Whatever.
like, what do you know, enough with this shit. So I don't think that game's
Nice
gonna work.
gatekeeping, dude.
Being honest, I think that would be a game I'd buy it. We'd play it twice. It'd be so fucking bored because it's just running, shooting, boredom. It's gonna be a waste of fucking
Yeah,
time.
I don't get that. This logic makes no sense because you can argue for Yakuza, it's just him pressing A on the cutscenes over and over for the first like 6 hours. And all you do is turn-based combat. Like it doesn't I don't
Right?
whatever. Right.
And then the other games coming out, I'm not playing Persona 3 Reload because number one, just the copyright risk with Atlas because
Shout outs to Atlas. Why are you copy striking this guy, Atlas the
Persona
bookkeeper?
3 Reload because number one,
Please
just
keep
the
doing it.
copyright risk with Atlas
Atlas
because they're such assholes and they give you strikes for no good fucking reason. And number two, because I've already played it, right? This Grand Blue Fantasy game I didn't even know anything
Grand
about,
Blue.
and apparently it is another RPG coming out. I'm not too interested in it, right? Foam Stars, which is a PS Plus game, right? And it's like, well,
why is he
that's
shaking
all
so
great.
much? Look at his leg. Why is he
but,
shaking?
You know, Foam Stars is going to be a silly game that probably you play a couple times and you don't really care about again. And by the way, it doesn't even permanently unlock. It only unlocks for a month, and then you have to pay for it to keep playing it. It's like, we're not going to do that, right? So, you know, you think about all this stuff. It's like, what else is
Whatever.
coming out in February? Honestly, not a hell of a lot till the end of the month. The end of the month, you got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's the big game that I know everyone is going to want to see. I want to play it. It's actually one of my most anticipated games of the year.
Grievous Gibman, you're counting the rights? No way.
Right? That's a
Right,
definite
there's another
yes,
one.
I'm playing it. So, and by the way, I should say this.
Cat agrees with me?
When I played
Final Fantasy VII remake. Okay? I was shocked at the amount of people who showed up to watch it. Like, I didn't think it would retain as much interest as it did, but it did. Like, people were showing up and into it. And I was shocked. I thought it's just another JRPG, but for some reason, I guess because it was so hyped and everything,
all right,
that people were all over it, right? So that's a good thing, obviously. But
okay.
I don't want that to be the only game people are caring about at that time, and I'm stuck playing 5 other RPGs.
I don't know, dude. It's not the games, man.
Right?
Try being entertaining.
So that's what I mean. Like, looking at the next month, at all the games coming out, there's not that much that really is going to make
can we move on?
Mine. Once a month.
I'm skipping ahead.
Or once a
man.
week. We got the React show, DSP versus the Internet, which we're doing today. It's going to be every Sunday, right? Also, you know, I would like to do a stream or two over on DSP Throwback. I had a ton of fun last week doing that throwback stream and commenting on Red Dead Redemption 1, and people
so
immediately said, could you do more?
I'm not going to watch
I was like,
that.
well, I could, but the problem is, look at the schedule right now.
I refuse.
Like, there's so much going on, new releases and everything, that now's not the time. You know, we kind of have to find time. And here's the thing. I was thinking, oh, I could do another one next weekend. Well, actually, next weekend's the first weekend of February. Depending on how many people purchase private videos from me on my Patreon, I might have to take some Sunday night off to do that. And now, once again, it's like, so where's my time going, right? And that's the thing. Like, I'm so busy. It's a good thing I'm busy. Don't get me wrong. I would much rather be very, very busy and be in demand with my time than the opposite, right? But at the same time, because
how are you busy?
People are pulling me in so many different directions.
Okay,
right?
can we stop? Wait, what? What happened?
Joe Pole says, stretched like butter spread over too much bread. There you go. I'm being spread thin. I'm being spread thin. Okay.
Okay, gets up. What? What's happening? Dude, that was straight up like an hour of just talking about being... Well, not an hour. Oh my god, maybe an hour.
Oh. And on top of all of that, you know, there's other stuff going on too. And again, stuff that I don't really bring up, but...
I had to do it to them snipe.
Great. He doesn't bring it up, by the way.
DSP, here's a sample of hard work, 2 jobs while in college and a newborn and not having time to play games, but you still pay for a server so our boys can play.
Exactly, determined. That's the other thing. I was talking about this, like, in private, I guess. This dude talks to his audience that he likes to pretend are adults. Talking about fucking playing video games and how stressed he is. And how he's so busy. But it's like, bro, if these are actually adults that you like to pretend that they are, these people, like, have kids. They wake up in the morning, make breakfast for their kids, make sure they're ready, drive them to school, then drive to work all day, go pick up their kids, get home, gotta make the kids food. Like, there's no rest. These they have kids. There's people with actual, like, real life stuff happening. And this dude's sitting here complaining about video games. Being busy, he has no time. Like, get the fuck out of here. Thank you, Determined, for the 5.
Personal stuff going on in my life that's been going on for
Jay,
a
what's
while.
out? Thank you for staying a member, dude.
And that's kind of stressing me out.
Stressing out,
and then coming
yeah.
up, I got other stuff, for example.
I'm so stressed because Final Fantasy VII is coming out, and then Yakuza is coming out. I'm so stressed.
You know, it's that time
Shut
of year
the fuck
again.
up, man.
You got to start working on your taxes and shit like that.
Taxes. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is he bringing back the tax scam?
Really bring up. Oh. And on top of all of that, you know, there's other stuff going on too. And again, stuff that I don't really bring up, but I got some personal stuff going on in my life that's been going on for a while. And that's kind of stressing me out. And then coming up, I got other stuff. For example, you know, it's that time of year again where you got to start working on your taxes and shit like that. And I need time to do that. And can you imagine? I just want you to think about this. Can you imagine with everything right now that we're doing and what's going on right now? Can you imagine now me trying to work on a documentary?
What?
When would that happen?
What do you mean work on a documentary, bro? You just sit there and answer questions. You don't do any work. Mike Klum is the guy who's gonna, like, organize it. It's his documentary. You're not the one planning, like, events to go to with Mike Klum. It's mostly just about you. You should not have to, like, you're not doing much.
Literally being pulled in 17 different directions with the time that I have. Imagine how, you also got to be working on a documentary. Like, what? You know what I mean? So I'm glad that I made the decision that I did.
Yeah.
That would have just been really, really not
I don't feel like it would have went well at all. I feel like what would have happened was I would have just lost my mind, being pulled in so many different directions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Totally. Yes.
And I'm glad I didn't do that. I think it would have stressed me out to maximum amount, and I just wouldn't have been able to keep stuff together. I probably would have made mistakes. I would have been stressed out and reacted negatively to a lot of stuff, you know? And that's the worst is when
Wait,
I guess
what?
Wouldn't have been able to keep stuff together. I probably would have made mistakes. I would have been stressed out and reacted negatively to a lot of stuff.
Like it's just like me? What do you mean negatively? Because you already reacted negatively to saying it's just like me. Fur. What was that? Was that you being positive? Bruv, was that you being positive? What?
You know? And that's the worst is when I get so
Okay.
stressed out and then it gets pent up and then it kind of erupts on stream, you know? Do you really think that yesterday I wanted to get angry on the podcast? Of course I didn't. But it pents up inside me. And then so much nonsense on the internet. These fucking idiots saying horrible things.
Cringe. Guy called him cringe. Guy called him cringe. That's the horrible thing that he is talking about. Very nice.
And then so much nonsense on the internet. These fucking idiots saying horrible things. And then to boot to then say it in my stream chat. It's one thing if you want to do your dumb fuck, you know, brainless negative memes and all the crap content that's out there because people expect that. But for people to come in my chat and try to then regurgitate that shit, that ain't gonna fly.
Yeah, so Poems Future said this on Twitter too. Shout outs. His safe space is getting like punctured. The little bubble is bursting. People in his own chat now shit talk him, and he doesn't like that. He has no mods to control these people anymore. And, you know, more of these people just don't like him. And they're starting to like prod him a little bit. And he gets angry. He doesn't like his own chat doing that.
You know.
That's what got him angry.
And that's what it is. And he gets stressed out. It's everything going on right now. It's all this stuff going on. Yes, right now, income and support is a huge factor, right? And the bummer part about that is it's not you guys at all.
Right.
It's a situation with YouTube and currency conversion and trolls taking advantage of it. Don't ask me why they decided to take advantage of it now. They could have been doing this for like 2 years. For some reason, now it became the apropos thing to do with these gifted memberships, right? But yeah, like this month, we're down a ton here.
Why did he even say that? Oh, they could have been doing it 2 years ago. Like, what? Okay, if they did it 2 years ago, you still would have freaked out. Like, I don't, like, what? Why even say that?
Despite the fact that I'm working just as much and working harder. You know, I mean, look at the improvements that I've done so far in 2024. Better thumbnails, better titling of videos per your requests, starting a throwback channel with the old playthroughs you've wanted for the absolute longest time, trying to branch out with different kinds of content, like streaming over on that throwback channel and doing stuff with my wife. You know, this is a big undertaking. This isn't just business as usual, lazy bones pump out the same videos. This is actually me putting concerted effort into improving for the new year, like I told you I would. And I'm doing all of that. And then on top of that,
yeah, dude, you're so cool.
You know, on top of that,
like, I don't get it either, because this is very self-centered, very selfish, very narcissistic, if you will. Just because you put out more videos, you think you deserve to be paid for them. It's like he equates just uploading should equal money. Like, why? Why do you assume that? Because it's you? Because you're the one doing it. That's why you think you deserve money? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. Just because you upload doesn't mean that it's good, right? Just like when something's popular, it doesn't mean that it's good. You said this. So why do you think when you upload more videos, it means that you should be getting paid more? It doesn't equate quality. You're just shit. You're boring.
My income's way down this month.
All right.
Because of the trolling, and it's like, Jesus, you know, it's like everything at once. So I want you to understand, you know, when I get upset or I get, you know, the reason I like having this podcast is because we get to talk about this stuff. If I didn't have this podcast, when would we talk about this? When would we figure out how to tackle RPG?
And then here comes the abusive boyfriend. He's stressed out. I know I hit you, honey, but, you know, you just made me really mad. You just upset me. That's why I hit you, honey.
We've come up together on this show with so
now cult
many
speak now
improvements to my content, with so many ideas for good stuff, just because we sit here and we have this show with conversation. And that's why it's absolutely hilarious when I sit here and you see people in chat who are like, just start the game, just start the game,
start
just
the
start the game,
yeah,
just
start the game, please.
Just start the game, just start the game. Like an impetuous little 4-year-old pulling at your
what?
leg. Mommy, mommy, mommy,
What
mommy.
this fuck? Bro, what is happening? How is he real? How is he real? I can't believe after crying about getting angry, and he doesn't want to get angry, and he doesn't choose to be toxic to his chat, he pulls this shit out.
Just start the game. Just start the game.
Are you
just start the
fucking
game. Just start the
kidding
game.
me?
Like an impetuous little 4-year-old pulling at your leg. Mommy, 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 daddy, daddy. 4-year-old pulling at your leg. Mommy, 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 daddy, daddy, I want it, I want it, I want it.
Why don't you buy the toy? Why didn't you listen to me? Right. 4-year-old, by the way. 4-year-old. He was like fucking 13 when he did that.
Too much money.
Hey, thank you, Redbird UJ76, for becoming a member. Thank you so much, dude. Enjoy.
I'm him.
That's you.
I'm him. Based. You're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because I just want you to know, as I get older,
The Wolverine toy.
right?
Right.
This is the kind of content that I like doing. This is the kind of content I want to have a conversation with you. I want to have something that's meaningful, open up and talk and improve and do the. I don't want to just sit here and say video game, video game, video game, video game, video game. That's
like, he's so dumb because you can talk while playing. There's nothing stopping you from talking while playing a game. Why is this so hard for him to understand? Like, it's just a video game. You can still do that, I guess, if you want to just talk to people as you play.
You know,
I don't know.
That's for the youths. All right? I like video game. That's
what?
You know, that's for the youths.
That's for the what? What is he even saying there?
Video game, video game, video game. That's, you know, that's for the youths.
That's for the hues. I assume he means youths? The youths? But what?
All right? I like video games. I love, they're my life.
The youths. Uh-oh. Hello, you. Hello, you.
That's for the youths. All right? I like video games. I love, they're my lifelong hobby. I want to continue.
We know what he thinks about the youths, dude.
Sit here and say,
I'm sorry, I keep rewinding.
Life isn't just about me sitting here going video game, video game, video game, video game, video game, yelling at the video game, video game, video game. That's not existence on this planet.
Really?
What?
Thank you.
Whatever.
Why is he jerking it while yelling mom?
I don't know, Garito. Garito. Thank you for the 2. I don't know, dude. He's flat PTSD to the May 1st burst, man. That's what he was thinking of. That's why he calls Kat his mom.
My wife.
His wife, dude. She's his wife, and his mom. I mean, his wife. Maybe that's why. Now we got a glimpse
You
into
understand?
it.
Some people are just like that, you know.
I don't know.
They just, oh my god, I just want instant gameplay gratification. Hate to tell you that, but that's not what's going to happen. It's going to go the other way. There's going to be more variety of content that's not just pure video games. There's going to be different kinds of discussion. There's going to be things as I get older that will branch out and be very different than the old dark side Phil. Sorry if you think that it's still 2008. It's not. Okay? We're a far cry.
Like, you're the one that's still uploading raw gameplay to the internet. And that's all you do. What do you mean sorry if you still think it's 2008? I think you're the one that thinks that because you still do the same shit. It's all the same. You're fucking uploading shit from 2010. Pretending that, like, trying to make money off of it again. How do we think? Okay.
From the kind of stuff that 15 years ago was going to be popular on the internet. You understand?
Right. Still upload your raw gameplay, huh? Right.
Okay. So here's what I would like to do.
Like, this is the same dude. He's been doing the same thing since 2008. And he's telling us to not think that it's 2008.
All right?
Huh?
I'd like to talk about the schedule, at least for the rest of the week, because I've already...
Wait, I see butts. Hold on. He said butts in the transcript. What did he say? Hold on.
Stuff that 15 years ago was going to be popular on the internet. You understand? Where your butt is right. Dying.
Hold
schedule,
on.
At least for the rest of the week, because
Okay,
I've already
we gotta
adjusted
watch
it, by
this.
the way. For those who are dying, because it's hilarious, Dark Gaming is saying...
Okay, what did Dark Gaming say? I hear 0 solutions being proposed to the problem. I'm going to eat a pizza. Have fun, folks. How the fuck is he gonna toxify this? How is he gonna toxify this? This dude went on for 45, 50 minutes about this stressful situation of games. And this dude is right. There is no solutions being proposed. Let's see.
It, by the way. For those who are dying, because it's hilarious, Dark Gaming is saying they're going to run away and eat pizza because I didn't get to it. Dark Gaming, don't go anywhere. Stick where your butt is right now. Your pizza can wait. All that calories and cholesterol and the dripping fat can wait. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I changed the schedule this week. There will be a major Baldur's Gate 3 stream this week. Okay? There will be.
He just ignored what that dude... Okay, he created a different sentence in his head, I guess.
Waiting. A lot of people are waiting for that. They're like, where's Baldur's Gate? Is it going to happen? Yes.
And then he brings back
major Baldur's Gate 3 stream this week because...
Baldur's Gated community.
People are yelling for it and screaming for it. They want it back, right? It's going to be another major.
I mean, I don't even know if I believe that. I think it's just he hopes people come by. The whales that were supporting it come back and support him. That's all it is. By the way, I think Dark Gaming left, which is hilarious because they complain about it, and I'm saying, well, wait, you're going to get what you want, but they went to eat pizza. That's not what he said.
Well,
that's not what he said. He said there's no solutions being proposed to the problem that you've been complaining about for 50 minutes.
After you shove that giant...
He didn't say he was waiting for Baldur's Gate or your schedule.
Giant slice down your gullet. Shove that giant slice down your gullet. Shove that giant slice down your gullet. Come back to stream and receive your good news. Anyway, there he is. He is here. Okay, so let's go through the schedule first. Let me update the schedule for you guys so you know what's going on. But really what we need to talk about isn't this week, it's the future with Like a Dragon. That's what we got to fix today.
Skipping schedule.
Sunday. I'm happy
Don't care.
I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys will come join me for it. It's a good it's definitely a good time. I enjoy the show.
He's about to ban somebody.
And I hope that you will hang out with me over there for a few hours, right? Cool. All right, now. So I'm just trying to see what's going on in the chat.
What happened?
Yeah, okay. Anyway. Stupidity.
Stupidity. So I don't even know what happened.
Anyway,
someone got timed out.
So tonight, I'm
all right. We're skipping schedule.
Excited for tonight. Juggles and stuff.
Don't care.
I can't wait to play tonight. I think it's going to be a great stream.
Cool. You're going to play
Even
Tekken.
if I lose all, I'm never going to get better, right? So that's the thing. I need to play
more Like a Dragon
and get better. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm excited for a Tekken 8 late night stream tonight. I hope you will join me for that tonight here on the channel, okay? Tomorrow,
the schedule lasts so long.
Remember, we had just done the jailbreak with the gnomes, and they're escaping the prison.
What?
We got to figure out what we want to do because I had no clue, and I said I don't want to make this decision right now. We'll just save.
Okay, we're skipping ahead.
Hey, Sundays are React Sundays, where we got the React show on DSP Reacts, and then I do Retro React on DSP Throwback Sunday nights. But right now, it's just the cards aren't coming together to really do that, you know, especially because I might have to do private videos this week coming up. So we'll see, okay? Anyway, that's kind of what's going on right now. I hope that sounds good to all of you. I got to think about it. I don't know what I want to do right now.
He's still talking about Tekken.
But I got all these thoughts running through my head, you know, and then, you know, it's just sad, but I think next week what we have to determine, and I want your feedback, by the way.
Here we go,
Please
feedback.
leave comments on this video with your feedback for those who aren't here.
He wants feedback. He has a feedback thread that he hasn't read in like 2 months.
I've seen some of the comments of those in chat,
Big
but
ups.
I need the opinions of those who watch on demand. You guys are just as important as the live stream viewers. You have to understand that. You are. So I need
what?
Information. Oh, it's not Leo, it's Leo? Okay. You're right. Actually, I knew that.
Oh, he knew that.
Because when I played that Tekken, every time they said his name was Leo. And I always got confused because in the story they said it like that, and I totally forgot about that. You're right.
He knew it, but he forgot. But he knew it though. That's why he was saying it wrong. Let's go. Sekiro. Remember Sekiro?
I need your feedback. What do we do about this whole JRPG?
He got bullied into saying Sekiro because he would say Sekiro.
Situation, right? It seems like whenever I play an RPG that's not Western based or Western developed, we run into the same problem. And the thing is, I want to get into the better parts of Like a Dragon. I want to unlock the Dondoko Island, but it seems like it's going to take me weeks. I don't know what to do, right?
So anyway, please give me your thoughts. All right.
Oh, some
Anyway, that's the
sushi, man.
schedule. And I want to say thank you to everyone who is supporting right now and helping because, like I said, this is the end of the month right now.
Uh-oh.
And for me, right now, this has been a very rough month. I went from a really great month of performance and earnings and everything in December to a month where literally everything's good. The views are fine. Everything is fine. But I have way less income
Nice
because
lie.
basically memberships don't count for anything anymore.
Right. Nice
I'm
lie.
getting nothing
Right.
from memberships because they were all gifted. So if you were someone...
I'm getting nothing from memberships because they're all gifted, but they're always gifted. They're always gifted. And again, before the Argentina bombs, he had like 560 or 580 memberships. Presumably legit memberships. What about all that money? What happened to all that? How did you lose 1,500? You didn't expect to have like 2,000 members. You had like 560 of presumably real memberships. Where did that money go? Why is that memory hold?
Who was a member and got a gifted membership.
I don't get it.
Someone who normally would have come by and say, hey,
Because he didn't expect to get a bunch of gifted memberships. Like, you don't expect that. It's like you didn't lose the money. It's like finding $1,000. I didn't find $1,000 on the street today, therefore I lost $1,000. Like, what kind of stupid bullshit is that? That's what he's saying. It's so fucking dumb.
I'm going to give
He's making no sense when it comes to this.
some memberships to the community to help out this month. But you notice that there's so many members, it wouldn't really affect anything. Please consider contributing in another way. Because right now what's happened is that...
Yeah, he's complaining about potential revenue loss. Yeah, exactly. I didn't find $1,000 outside of my house today, therefore I lost $1,000.
Didn't happen. All those contributions that would have been members...
But I guess, like, but it's, I don't know, because those, like, 2,000 members or whatever from Argentina, they weren't gonna become members anyways. I don't know. I don't know. Because if the 560 people that he had before aren't... No, there should be real fan... I don't know! Because following his own logic, if the people like him, they're gonna support him. So why don't the 560 that were already members just stay members? Then you're fine, right? I don't know.
Don't count anymore.
If I'm a normal viewer, that's what I should be expecting. That's what he tells me. So I don't see why it's a big deal.
And now I'm way down on revenue
Whatever.
with only a few days left in the month, right? Now, someone made a suggestion yesterday. I think it was Sarah. She said, well, if this is the case, which sounds like, you know, it's truthful what I'm saying, why not do a special event? Why not do a special fundraiser to make up for the lost membership revenue?
Don't do that.
Because I want to do that.
What?
That's what I used to do years and years ago, back when I was in the midst of a bankruptcy and everything was going awfully for me behind the scenes financially.
How convenient. He throws in the bankruptcy. It was actually like 2 years before the bankruptcy. It was in 2017.
I would do, oh my God, we got to do a special fundraising stream with goals set and everything. You know, those days are long behind me and I want to keep them behind me. I don't want to go 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, right? I don't want to be that guy. It's like the begathon.
Holy shit. That's why he's doing a Super Bowl event, right? What is the Super Bowl event for if not to make money? Is that not a gimmick for you to try and squeeze more money?
We're 10 steps back.
The begathon.
Right? I don't want to be that guy. It's like the begathon, right? I don't. If I do a marathon special event, I want it to be that. A marathon special event that we're doing for fun. Not because there's some underlying financial reason that I have to do it.
Oh
right? I don't think that that's very fun for anyone. That, oh, we got to come to the stream and people got to start throwing money around. That, you know what I mean? That's shitty. And I know that. And I knew that back then too.
Great. He knew that back then too. That's why he did it so often. Apparently now he knew that the whole time. He was okay. That's not a good thing to say. He's just saying, I was okay. I was aware I was begging you. And I continued to do it even though I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. I'm going to keep doing it.
You know what I mean? That's shitty. And I know that. And I knew that back then too. But I needed to do that to survive. Thankfully, I don't have to do that to survive anymore.
Right.
But then when I have a month like this, it's like, I'm between a rock and a hard place. What the hell do I do? Right?
I don't know. It's pretty weird how the begging hasn't changed, even though a lot of your debt got wiped. Like, why hasn't the begging changed?
So again, I urge you, if you're someone who likes my content, if you like this...
See this? He's going to pull it out.
New stuff.
No, wait, pause.
That I'm doing. If you like...
He's going to pull out this, like, spiel.
All the effort I'm putting in. If you like the fact that I'm listening to your feedback, I'm trying to do what you want.
please support my content in any way you can. Right? Any way helps.
If you like him, you're supposed to be able to support him. But somehow all the memberships negatively affect him. Somehow. Even though people should be supporting you if they like you.
I don't, membership to the community, a tip, a super chat, a super thanks, anything would help right now in any form. You know, I have 3 different channels you could do them on. You know what I mean? You can become a member on any channel.
Hey.
You can do a super thanks on any.
He just admitted why he has 3 different channels. Here you go. Here it is.
You could do them on. You know what I mean? You can become a member on any channel.
There you go.
You could do a super thanks on any video that's eligible, meaning it's not copyright claimed, right? But yeah, anything, guys, please. Much appreciation for everything out there. And again, you know, I know for a fact that people, you know, care about my content. They tell me about it all the time.
Okay.
It's just a matter of people will come by and pay attention when it's something they're interested in. That's always been a lot of people's attitudes when it comes to my channel. A lot of other people, it's
That's
like,
not a good thing,
well, I just
dude.
watch every single thing that person puts out. I don't really feel like there's that many people who watch everything that I put out. I don't think that's the case at all. I think there's some people who watch my podcast. There's some people who watch fighting games. There's some people who watch RPGs. There's some people who like the React show. You know, it's all different people.
Most of them are detractors.
From all different walks of life, all different places all over the world, right? And is there some crossover? Yes, there is. But I have all these unique audiences. And so, very much, you know, just take a look at the situation on DSP React. I talked about that for over a week before it finally kind of sunk in with enough people that we got the stuff together for today's show. You know? That's just how it is. It's like, it's hard for me to get the word out about this kind of stuff because I have people who are watching different kinds of content in different places. So it doesn't necessarily, the word doesn't carry over. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, dude. You repeat yourself so often. If you think the word doesn't carry over, that's pretty special of you.
You know, again, I don't want to sit here on every stream that I do and say, hey guys, so just so you know, because these memberships are fake or phony, I'm down on revenue and can you help me? I don't want to do that every hour of every stream.
But you do.
You know, I bring it up now.
You do.
I'll probably bring it up like one time during the React show, and that's it. I don't want to sit here and just talk about it all day. I get exhausted. I'm tired of it. I hate doing it.
Okay.
You know, for the longest time, I haven't really had to bring it up at all. If you haven't noticed.
So is this another thing that he knows is wrong, but he's gonna keep doing it anyways? I don't get it. I thought you don't do that anymore.
It's only until these really scumbag, awful people again try to mess with me and my business and my livelihood that again I got to bring it up.
This is like yet another narcissistic thing. He tries to justify everything he says, even when he begs. He tries to find a justification for it when there really isn't. Like, the context doesn't matter. And I said this earlier, but it really doesn't. If you're gonna freak out at someone in your chat, it honestly, like, it doesn't really matter what they even said, in my opinion. Because you're the streamer. I'm a person in chat. You can quietly ban me. You can have mods. You can ignore me. Like, you're the one choosing to read it and respond in the way you do. I don't even think, like, it doesn't even matter. The context really doesn't. If you're doing that, then, I mean, you're the one looking pretty awful.
Right? It sucks. I want to bring it up, but they force me to. They force my hand.
Like, especially if you're talking about, like, chat posts, which is all this guy talks about, because he doesn't talk to anybody. It doesn't matter the context of you calling your viewers lazy. That context doesn't matter because you called your viewers lazy. It doesn't matter what the context is.
And I have to let you guys know what's going on because this is how I make my living. It's not, oh, there's 10 other sorts.
Like, you begging for money, the context doesn't matter because you're the one begging for money. It doesn't matter if you can't pay your bills. Like, that's your fault. It's your life, bro. You want me to pay your fucking life? You want me to be the oil baron? Like, the context does not even fucking matter, bro.
Sources of income behind the scenes, this is it. So when they mess with it, it affects everything, you know? So
Sin, hey,
please
welcome.
support the stream
I noticed
if you can. Thank you in
Please
advance.
support, dude.
I think now we're just going to get right to shout-outs, okay? So, we start off today with Spider Dijon.
Nice, look at this bait.
For 12 months
Look
as
at this
a
bait.
member. I appreciate that very much.
Good bait.
Big Mac with the first super chat of the day, saying thanks for your meaningful content and persistently sticking to your schedule. Yeah, you know, that is...
Good bait. He loves that. You see that he can go off on a tangent about this because he loves getting compliments like this.
Thanks for your meaningful content.
If you say something like this, he'll take it to heart. But if you say shorten the pre-stream, he'll just ban you and say you're dumb and you're stupid. Why do you pick and choose the feedback that you take? That's not getting feedback
and persistently sticking to your schedule. Yeah, you know, that is what's funny to me is when people say something like that, I'm like, sticking to a schedule, what's the big deal?
Yeah, it's a
because
LARPer,
I take this seriously. I feel this is my hobby and my passion, but it's also my job. I understand that. This is important to me, to have a set schedule of content I'm putting out, to be here on stream every day at set times, to have a schedule so you know what's coming out every day. That's important to me. And then you guys every day tell me, actually, the reason why it's a big deal is because most streamers don't do that.
Right.
Most streamers don't have a set schedule. Most streamers don't have set content.
I mean, to say most streamers don't, I mean, I guess technically maybe you're right. But if you want to talk about like relevant streamers, they probably do. If it's like their job, they just put out a photo, a cool graphic design photo of like what they're playing. But they don't like stick to it, like fucking weirdly specially stick to the schedule. It's not like they say they're going to play Pal World and then they don't ever do anything. Like, that's how this dude is. You send him like, hey, Phil, check out this video. And he's like, we're playing Tekken right now, so why the fuck would I check out a video, you stupid fucking idiot? That's what he would do. They don't, like, fucking autistically stick to their fucking schedule like the way you do.
Even people who are 10 times more popular
it's really
than
weird.
you don't do it. I'm like, I don't know.
And then if you're 10 times more popular, then yeah, I mean, if you're that, like, massive stream-wise, then, of course, like, people are going to show up anyways.
Why wouldn't you do that? If this is your job, why not take it seriously? Why not treat your audience with enough respect? That you tell them exactly what you're doing and when you're doing it, so they know when to show up and not be yanked around. And you know what I get? You know what I mean?
Yanked
like,
around.
to me, I want you guys to be in line with all the stuff that I'm interested in, right?
Yeah, and they don't whine that they have to take time off because they're sick or spending time with their families. Exactly.
You know, I'm doing this game. I'm doing this session. This big event is going to happen on this stream because we got to this part of this game. You know, even you guys all the time. Oh, so and so hasn't streamed in 2 days. Why? Did they come into some money or something that they don't have to stream?
Money.
I don't get it.
Money.
You know, it's your job. So why aren't you there? That blows me away. It really does. That people just aren't consistent in what they do, that's just fucking weird to me.
Nice.
You know? But anyway, thank you, Big Mac, for the super chat. I appreciate your kind words.
It's
okay?
so dumb, man.
Darth Fig did a $5 super chat. Says we had a lot of Like a Dragon and Yakuza games. I'm
Baldur's
sure people
Gate,
burn out.
don't care.
Baldur's Gate 3 is different, and we enjoy watching it. I think you guys like Baldur's Gate 3 for many
I'm gonna
different...
skip this.
I just want to let Slayer know if they're listening. If Slayer's listening, because I'm pretty sure Slayer is listening to the podcast, and probably not live but on demand. Your tip did finally come through. It was actually Slayer who tried to do a $1 tip yesterday morning, and it got randomly selected to be frozen and reviewed by PayPal, and it got released this morning. So that $1 tip did count. All right, so I guess we'll count.
Cool. I'm glad I skipped this part where he's talking. Okay, get out of here.
If you read the tip message I sent yesterday, no, because it was flagged.
What?
Because it's flagged, I don't get to see the tip message. He says, in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I am now about 11 and a half hours
All right, didn't ask. You think I care about this shit?
I'm sorry, but...
Ask me.
Ask me if I care
on my
about
streams,
this
the
shit,
black and
because
white
I don't
mentality,
give a
either you're for me
shit.
or you're against me.
Wait. What?
Don't even load. Did it just play it? Wow.
What did he say?
That took like ages to play. I wonder what happened there.
For now?
Right? I'm sorry, but...
Right. What?
On my streams, it's a black and white mentality. Either you're for me or you're against me. No. I'm just, you know, that'd be a pretty immature, stupid way to see the world, right? So...
Only a Sith.
Anso Kamaru says... I understand where you're coming from on the topic of pacing. I respectfully disagree. Here's why. When someone is playing a video game, they want to be immersed in its story, world, lore. As you're a streamer, you have to be constantly worried about the mood and interest of your audience rather than your own.
Right.
That could translate to you being...
Thank you.
Hey, Vikes with the 199,
Really,
dude. Thank you.
He should have a few money and no schedule, but champion.
Exactly, Vikes. That's a great point because he does make enough money. This dude makes enough money to live very, very comfortably, in my opinion. I don't know, based on what I know, but he should be okay. But the problem is his spending. His spending is ridiculous. It's not only champions, even. It's everything. Like, he bought an audio splitter thing. I bet you he didn't just go on eBay and buy one that's really cheap, or go on Amazon and buy one that's really cheap. Go to Walmart. Like, he must have gotten like a really expensive cable. I'm willing to bet it. Like, someone find out what cable that was. Because that's just how he is. He buys the most expensive thing, thinking that it'll be the best thing. And that's the problem. It's just his spending is ridiculous. He should be okay. Hey, Snort Exchange.
More impatient than you would normally be. Does make games for gamers. That's 99% not streamers.
Yeah, August.
Actually, that's wrong. More and more people are making content than ever before, and it's going to continue to...
Wait, what?
Impatient than you would normally be. Does make games for gamers. That's 99% not streamers.
Oh, devs make game for gamers. That's 99% not streamers. Yeah, that's actually true. And then he's about to try and debunk this.
Actually, that's wrong. More and more people are making content than ever before, and it's going to continue to increase in the future, so I actually do disagree with that point.
How the fuck do you disagree with that? Are you fucking stupid? How many copies did Spider-Man 2 sell? Like, how many, actually? Was it like 20 million? Like Pikmin, like Animal Crossing. How many copies? Like 30 million? Pokemon, 30 million. How many of that streamed the fucking game? What are you, fucking stupid? You stupid. Like, yes, but also, are you stupid?
I've noticed over the years you constantly had issues with slower paced games, which translates to the disdain for the game because your audience isn't...
Like, I know what he's trying to say, but how do you disagree with that? That devs make a game for people that play games because most people don't stream the game. They just don't stream the game. It's not true.
Feeling it. It's not just my audience, it's me as well.
Wait, look at this. He's being such an asshole right
In
now.
the future, so I actually do disagree with that point. I've noticed over the years you constantly had issues with slower paced games, which translates to the disdain for the game because your audience isn't feeling it. It's not just my audience, it's me as well. It's a shame that you cannot fully enjoy JRPGs anymore due to length. There are already a shit ton that you skip as it is. I feel this too because I'm pretty busy and I can't get to them all. No, you have to understand something. You're right, but you're not 100% right. You're absolutely right.
It's gonna semantics him.
In saying that the stream is a factor. You're correct. I have an audience. I have to make sure that what I'm doing is entertaining to my audience. But as I'm getting older, I want more
his lip licking
gameplay because I have limited time. As the older you get, you realize, right, your time is more valuable. When you're younger, you got lots of time to go.
Bro, he's 41, acting like he's 79, like he's 85. What the fuck are you on about? You're 41. I know we like to meme on him, but it's like, dude, you're still kind of young, relatively young. You're not like 89 years old and your clock is running out. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right? In your life, you're like, fuck it. I'm bored. I'll waste time. I ain't got time.
Shut up, man.
I don't. I really don't. I have time that I need to
You
spend
have
doing
no
meaningful shit
kids.
in my life.
All right.
And if I'm sitting here and the first 5
searching for meaning, man. You don't have any kids. The meaningful shit is him playing Yakuza like a dragon. Like, get the fuck out of
hours
here.
of a game is a cutscene. That's not
ridiculous.
Of use of my time. Get me immersed in your game first. Get me hooked on a good game with good gameplay elements, interesting, funny, good stuff. Then explain the story to me. Don't bombard me with cutscenes right from the get-go. And that goes for any video game. I want to see the game first, be hooked on the good parts of your game first, then tell me the story that makes me continue to want to play it. Not story, 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 story. Wait, oh, you died. Wait, what? Oh, the game actually started, but there was so much story you didn't realize it. See, your controller's over there and you died. Oh.
This is so dumb. Because all he plays is AAA games. Like, bro, if you actually, factually really cared, why don't you play indie games? You dumbass. Why? I don't know. Because they don't get views. I don't know why. If you really just want gameplay, go play an indie game, dude. Why do you waste your time playing AAA games if you just complain about them all the time?
Shit. Right? So...
In 2 days is a PlayStation showcase?
Again...
Death Stranding 2?
It's about balance, right? Because
so.
I don't think, ultimately, if it's a game that's all gameplay too, I want a good story. I want both.
Both.
Right?
Let's hear that again. Juicy both there with a big L.
A game that's all...
big L, dude.
All gameplay too, I want a good story. I want both.
Both.
Right? So that's the thing. I want a good balance of both. And I think that's a problem that a lot of game developers are currently having in the modern era. They don't have the balance. They're either really good at one or really good at the other, and they don't have that pacing and balance. And by the way, this is what's funny. You understand that I criticize all games equally.
That's like, not a that's a problem.
The game that had the same problem was The Last of Us 2. The pacing was atrocious.
Oh my God.
The plot was all over the place. It was like, first the plot's here, then something bad happens, but that should have probably happened at the end of the game, but it happened at the beginning of the game.
What are you talking about?
Then you flash to this scene, then you flash forward, then you flash back, then you do this. The pacing was atrocious in The Last of Us 2.
I don't. Okay, notoriously, I don't know, I infamously, whatever. I hate Last of Us 2. It sucks. I hate it. But to say the pacing is all over the place, I don't even agree with that. It's just very slow paced. It's very slow paced, and then there's a climax in the middle, and then all the tension is relieved because you switch characters halfway through. And so that's when the pacing kind of fucks up, because then you got to play back up to that point with the second character. I think that's what he's like. That's what he's trying to say. But to say the pacing's all over the place, it's not true.
Busy. He's just a regard with horrible time management skills. Plus, he sure is great at fostering a positive and robust community.
Yeah, Jay Wasso. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, horrible time management skill. He's a regard. That's great. That's really good. Thank you, Jay Wasso, for the 5, man. But yeah, to say Last of Us 2 is all over the place, I don't know if I would agree with that, but I don't know. I should really watch his review on that. I'm curious.
You know, they fucked it up bad. If they just ordered that game differently, it would have been a better game.
No.
And I feel like that's
the problems are deeper than that, bro. It's the script.
The same
it's
problem
the writing.
that I'm seeing in Like a Dragon Infinite Well.
The dialogue's awful. It has nothing, like, the pacing is not the biggest problem. It's just a slow game, and I don't mind slow games. My favorite show is Better Call Saul, and I can say it's a slow TV show, but it's really good.
Thank you.
I don't know.
But imagine him playing Silk Song.
Oh yeah, dude, he hasn't even played Hollow Knight, Determined. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, he should play Hollow Knight. I don't know why he doesn't. He says he could play it. I remember he teased that he was going to play it, and then he never played it.
Okay.
I don't know. Thank you, Determined.
Let's continue. I received...
Silksong is not out. There's no info about it. Remy. I'm sorry. Unfortunately.
Very generous $41 tip. 41 buckaroos, everybody.
I shouldn't have said
Thank
that.
you so very much for a $41 tip from Sven Gunner. That's their name, Sven Gunner. And here's what they have to say. Time flies. It's been a year since I started watching your streams. They're now part of my daily routine. All the best to you and your family. Well, thank you so much to Sven Gunner.
Sven Gunner. Okay.
The $48 to you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stuff. Happy year anniversary.
Okay.
I received a $2.25 contribution from Mr. Buffy Nipples. Why didn't you play Prince of Persia? Because I didn't have time. It was a 25-hour Metroidvania that released in the middle of January when you guys had already had me start Baldur's Gate 3 and I had other new releases right on the horizon. There's no time.
I don't know. See, this is him. Look at this smug asshole. That face, man. But Prince of Persia probably would have been a better stream game. It would have played better for a stream compared to like 2 RPGs.
Again, I keep telling you.
Because it's quick, you can die a lot, you can rage, and, you know, it plays better for a streaming audience.
My time is valuable.
But his time is valuable.
I'm getting pulled in so many directions these days. I don't have time to play these more minor releases, and Prince of Persia is a very minor release in the scheme of things. Although the games media overblown praised it because there was no other games out at the time.
I don't know, like Yakuza is a pretty minor release. I could argue that because, like, sure, people love that series, but it's not like the biggest thing ever. I could argue that's a minor release. Why are you even playing that?
Right? You notice now that now new releases are hitting, no one's talking about it like it never existed. This is what happened with Hi-Fi Rush too. It's a situation where there's a game that comes out, and it's good, but it's not necessarily like, oh my god, jaw-droppingly, groundbreakingly great, but it's good. It's a good game. And all the media covers it like it's the bee's knees. Oh my god, it's so amazing.
You know what? You're right, Anomish Fish. Yeah. That's a fair point.
And then another game comes out and it's like, huh? No one ever, you know, what are you talking about? Wait, what game are you, huh? What's Hi-Fi Rush? I never heard of that.
Huh?
Right?
Huh?
That's what happens, you know? Early on in the year, you get games that get highlighted for like a minute, and then people forget they ever existed. I think that's what's happening here with Prince of Persia, is that it's just a game that, it's not a bad game. Don't get me wrong. It looked great.
So what, does that mean it's bad? He was arguing that sales doesn't equal quality. So wait, so if people talk about a game and then they beat the game and they stop talking about it, does that mean the game is bad then? I don't know. They were talking about it before. Why does that mean it's bad?
In the previews and everything that I watched.
Whatever.
But the moment they were like, oh yeah, it's a 25-hour-long Metroidvania.
Who's they? Who's they?
And I was like...
All right, I'm skipping. I don't give a fuck.
I received a $4.20 tip from Adam. He said, this is Adam Theory.
I'm excited for your reaction.
Yeah,
This is the
Bob
first week I
Gangsta,
actually
yeah.
did a video for it. Oh, cool. Well, I look forward to doing the react stream every week. It's good variety for my content, for sure.
Okay,
I
move
love the
on,
show.
move on, move on,
But
move
the
on.
thing is, I would say chances are increased right now for people's videos to be watched, only because, you know, I think this week
Beg.
there's like 10 to 12 ultra member submissions.
He's like subtle
And then
begging.
there was like 20 something standard member submissions. So we got to get through the ultra first, but once we do, you know, depending on how long those clips are, we'll see.
So it only has like
how long
30
it takes to get
videos to
through them.
watch?
But
Holy
obviously, you got a
shit.
really good chance of getting your video watched right now. So good stuff, right?
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay. $5 tip for 1 Minute Man.
1 Minute
I think you
Man.
should make Baldur's Gate 3 your main game. Well,
Don't
1 Minute
give
Man,
a
of course
shit.
you say that because you're a huge fan of Baldur's Gate, right? You've been there all along. You've been giving me tips and pointers and talking about the game. So I totally understand your perspective. And I think there's a lot of people that are in the same boat as you, that you've really enjoyed seeing me play Baldur's Gate over the last month that it's been a major stream. But I did say that when new releases come out, they will take priority. And then we would reassess and see. And I think what's going to be is...
Okay, schedule. We're getting a sneak schedule
segment
segment right
has
here.
been working as a day stream. You got a crowd that shows up for it, that supports it. So it makes sense to have it in the rotation and keep going with it. Plus, I'm 60 hours in.
All right,
a few more
okay.
minutes. If anyone wants to do some Q&A, do you have any comments?
Like, this fucking guy's sitting here telling us he doesn't have time for anything. And he just spent, like, what, an hour and almost 2 hours just sitting here.
On anything that we talked about today?
God
Is there
damn,
anything
man.
that's going on that you want to talk about that I haven't mentioned today? All right? Please tag me in the chat and let's see what is on everyone's mind before we get ready to swap over.
All right, we're
Dan,
skipping
like, I
ahead.
pick the games that I think I'm going to particularly like and enjoy. Like, by your... Seriously, by what you're saying.
Yeah, Jay West.
You're basically saying I never would have played Baldur's Gate 3. You understand that?
Wait, what?
Okay. Expand Dong says, I think you should listen to your heart and change your philosophy to not force yourself to finish every game that comes out. There's no reason to unless you really love a game. The thing
point.
is, Expand Dong, I'm not playing games I don't like. Do you understand? Like, I pick
What?
the games
Baldur's Gate.
that I think I'm going to particularly like and enjoy. By your... Seriously, by what you're saying.
Okay, he said he's gonna play Foam Stars. How many people here think he's gonna like Foam Stars?
You're basically
What?
saying I never would have played Baldur's Gate 3.
How?
You understand that, right? Like, to me, Baldur's Gate 3 didn't look interesting, right? I didn't get it. I had no intention of playing it, and then people
Okay.
convinced me over a series of months to finally try it. So literally, by what you're saying is never listen to feedback or anything, just go with your heart. So I never would have played Baldur's Gate 3.
What the heck is Foam Stars? It's PlayStation Splatoon. That's what it is.
So I think that would have been a bad choice, no? You see? I'm playing games that I want to play. I want to play Tekken. I want to play Like a Dragon. I want to play Sea of Stars, and I got to put that on hiatus for months.
I don't know,
So, you see?
He
And I
complains
told-
about Street Fighter so much.
Yeah. That basically the way I see it is,
Whatever.
sadly, I just don't have a connection with my audience when it comes to JRPG style games. I love them, and my audience just in general doesn't. And that's sad because I like them so much, you know?
All right.
This is the
moving
first
on.
message I saw. Literally, I just saw that one. That was it. So, I don't know. Sorry about that. Unless someone's trying to...
All right. Come on. Come on.
Nosy Real Vibe says, with Starfield being on Game Pass, is it worth it to play it now? If you like the formula that Bethesda uses for games like Fallout and Starfield, or excuse me, Fallout and Skyrim is what I should have said, or just Elder Scrolls in general, you'll likely enjoy Starfield. You probably won't be blown away.
Oh my
'cause they
God,
really
the
don't do
blown
much in that
away
game to
meme.
innovate. It just feels like they took
I'm sick of the blown away meme. It's not like the best game ever.
the elements from their already existing franchises and slapped them together and then added, oh, you could build
Okay, I
spaceships
don't
with
care
hot
about
IP, innovation, and new stuff.
Starfield.
There's zero of that. Literally zero. It feels like all the games you've already played already.
Fortnite Battle
Thoughts on the Fortnite Battle Pass? Yes, it's called Absence of Thought. I don't care about the Fortnite Battle Pass. I don't care about Fortnite. I know nothing about it.
Cool.
Did I ever finish Starfield? Yes, we did. We finished it. Indeed, we did. And it was terrible. Just like I suspected. I was like, wow, they really screwed that one up.
He did the laugh there. Okay, are we done here? We might be
Yes,
done here.
It's kind of weird.
We might be done here.
When will I release the Kung Fu Panda vids on DSP Throwback? First of all, to make this abundantly clear, because I tried to explain it to people, there's not a lot of them. There's maybe a small handful.
Don't care.
I have no idea if anyone. I haven't even looked. But if anyone posted up, yeah, it ain't gonna be in there.
Tekken
There's nothing I can
8.
do about that. You got to be, you know, doing it before.
Uh-oh.
Like a $20 tip. Oh, here's a clip.
Hold on.
Stream, didn't know what it was, right? You got to understand that there's a lot of people out there that don't like me. So imagine someone sends me like a $20 tip. Oh, here's a clip. I click on it, it's fucking nudity or something, or, you know, gore, murder, and I get fucking banned.
What?
You know, so I can't do that. Again, if I had a screening team of people who I could employ to do it, because the big streamers do that. They actually have people working with them on a stream.
What?
And they'll screen clips coming in and send them the good ones, the clean ones, to watch. I don't have that.
I don't... Dude, I don't understand who he thinks he's talking to. Like, oh, he just fabricates that every streamer has a team of people.
Thoughts tip me $1.
Like, get out of here.
Baldur's Gate 3 is good, but a lot of reviewers didn't play Act 3. It shows because it falls off a cliff and it really buggy.
All right,
Derek, I'll see you on the React channel. And
see you later,
today's
Derek.
episode 49. Many years later. Wow. Many weeks later. We're definitely going to get to you tomorrow.
All right, he's done here, and that means I'm done here, guys. Thank you so much. We won't watch him play Tekken, but we will listen to some music. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. I'm out of here. We're about to let's fucking bust out, dude.
Here's the thing.
And hey, thank you. Like the stream if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't, I guess. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Thank you, Heather P, Tractor Goose, Chody Taint. Gotta fuck Joshua. Man, he's ridiculous. That whole rant, baby rant about being called cringe, man. It's ridiculous. Timestamps will be up if you want to catch it later. Thank you guys. I'm gonna head out. See ya.
Oh fucking based.
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
That thing is a monster. I just want the bust.
Fucking based.
Oh man. Bust.
Fucking based.
Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust.
Fucking based.
I just want the
based.
I just want the
big juicy butt. Big black butt.
Give me the monster.
Big
I just want
women.
Big
I just
juicy
want
butt.
Vibrant women.
Wow. I just want the bust.
Fucking
I
based.
just want the Give me the monster. I just want the Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust.
I'm him.
Wow.
I've
it's
been
big.
him. I will continue to be him.
I just want the
Based.
I just want the bust.
Fucking based.
I just want the
Based.
I just want the
Based.
I just want the bust.
Fucking based.